For the first time in 2021, the Pell Bridge Series comes to Newport. Hi, everybody. Zach Letson getting you set for tonight's matchup between the Newport Gulls and the Ocean State Waves. Two teams that split the first two games that they played in Wakefield, and both teams looking to avenge a loss from a night ago. Newport and Ocean State coming up at 6:35, but first, the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
It's the front office report. Zach Letson joined alongside Gulls general manager Chuck Pava here before Newport's game tonight against the Ocean State Waves. And Chuck, it's about 3 weeks into the season. What have been kind of your biggest takeaways so far now that we're finally back playing baseball at Cardines Field?
Well, I'll tell you, my takeaway is that these guys are enjoying being out here, competing every night. It's great to see people back in the stands. These guys are loving it. It's just it's a good feeling, overall feeling, to have the Gulls back playing, and these guys are appreciating that opportunity for sure.
Well, we've had some pretty cool moments here in the young season. Early this year in the first 3 weeks, Governor Dan McKee was here a couple weeks ago. How unique and how cool of an experience was that to have the governor at the ballpark?
It's always great to have somebody like the governor come one of our games here in Newport. I mean, it's an honor to have him, naturally. And we've had other governors here and other people that you want to really be respectful of, senators and our House, our representative in Congress. But other than that, no, it's always great getting the governor here, and I'm sure he'll be back again. He loves baseball and loves Newport.
I speak that myself. He was wonderful in the booth when he joined us on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Had the governor, and I've noticed being at a lot of games at Cardines Field, see a lot of old players come back to their old stomping grounds. And 2019 Newport Gulls All-Star Scott Holzwasser was here with the team. What's the alumni network like, and how often can you get guys to come back and appreciate where they used to play?
You know, it's incredible. Our alumni is just remarkable that we have such a following, that these guys who've played here understand what it's like to be a Gull. To them, it's a lifetime passion, or so to speak. So they're watching. All these alumni watch us. They follow us. They tweet. They send me Facebook messages or just text messages. You know, they're really following us, and then they start coming back here. The month of July, we'll start seeing a lot of Gulls. And particularly this year, our 20th anniversary, we're going to get towards the end of the summer, probably the last weekend, we're going to have a Gulls reunion, so to speak. And you'll see probably as many as 100 of them here. Yeah, it'll be special.
Well, it's a special year, of course, the 20th anniversary. Chuck, thanks so much for joining us on the NECBL Broadcast Network. We'll see you on the front office report soon. The pregame show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Thank you so much.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
And welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show. I'm John Perrick, and I'm joined alongside Cal Perillo today. Well, Cal, you're a Rhode Islander through and through. You went to, you're at college at Rec right now, you're from Johnson, and now you're playing for the Newport Gulls. Just tell me a little bit about your experience so far this summer here at the City by the Sea.
It's been awesome. I've been fortunate to be able to play with a great group of guys, and there's been a lot of people like that I know, because a lot of people know Newport Gulls in the area, so a lot of people that I know have been pleasantly surprised that I've been playing here, and it's been good to be able to talk about that and kind of, again, have like my friends and family be able to watch me, because since it's such a local team.
And now, Cal, are you commuting from Johnson, or are you staying at a host family? Can you talk just a little bit about being in Rhode Island and also playing collegiate baseball?
So I'm commuting from home, so yeah, it's about like a 45-minute ride. And sorry, what was it? What was the other?
Well, yeah. So it's a 45-minute ride. You guys got a lot of road games. Is that ride a little bit of a pain sometimes, or is it great to be with your family at the same time?
Yeah, it's not a bad ride. It's again a pretty nice ride. Beautiful area. It gets across the bridges every day, which is nice. And it's a little bit difficult coming from away games to have that hour ride after we get on the bus. But I've been trying to manage my time the best I can, and just try to come always prepared. So.
Now, Cal, what brought you here to Newport? Was there a phone call? Was this always kind of the dream location for summer collegiate baseball?
So I actually didn't really know that much about the Newport Gulls until this year, but I've looked it up and realized now how big they are. But my coach just contacted me, gave me a text because again he's been trying to find place for me to go since the summer league I was supposed to go to I ended up not being able to go. So again he ended up getting me a spot here, and he texted me, and I was definitely interested when he contacted me.
Well, Cal, thank you for your time today. And the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show continues next. And welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show. I'm John Perrick, and today I'm joined alongside the Newport Gulls pitching coach, Greg Zackerson. Last night, Kellen Tullio, 6 innings, 1 hit. Can you just talk a little bit about his performance?
Yeah, he did a great job of throwing strikes. I mean, I think the last time we even did an interview, I was saying we have guys with stuff, it's got to throw it over the plate. So last night he threw strikes, and actually the best part was he threw his curveball for strikes, and his curveball is very good. Very good. So he had a great outing, finally kept his pitch count low and could really get through 6.
Well, last night, again, the Newport Gulls, we've seen them. They've been involved in a lot of high-scoring games, 2 of which they've been unable to close out, both coming against the Danbury Westerners. In order for this Gulls team to become a championship team, how can they go forward and start closing out more games, and what do they need to do?
It goes right back throwing strikes. I mean, even last night, the guy that came in, it was 3 consecutive walks in 14 pitches. So, I mean, things kind of went too fast with not throwing the ball over the plate. So I think what we have to do is really just throw more strikes. We have guys that can do it. We just got to get it done. And I think the guys now, once they end up knowing their routines, knowing who's a closer, who's going to be the back-end guy, who's a middle guy, they should start to feel a little more confident with the roles they're in.
And finally, the Ocean State Waves, a high-powered offense. Last week, you guys were witness to that. Tonight, how can the Newport Gulls end up in the win column?
We got to score more runs than them. But also the other part is, again, I mean, the pitching just can't walk guys. Over our last 6 games, teams are only hitting .238 against us. But when you add in the walks, the on-base percentage is closing in on about .380. So the problem is we're putting guys on base, so when they do get the hit, it's scoring more runs than if they really just earned it themselves. We're giving them too much. If we just eliminate giving them extra base runners, we'll be fine.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time today. And the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show continues next.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
Welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's Gulls Eye View. I'm Zach Letson, joined alongside pitcher for the Newport Gulls, Kellen Tullio. And Kellen, you were the story last night, going 6 innings, giving up just 1 hit out in Danbury. That's the second time that you faced the Westerners. 3 innings in your first start, 6 last night. Looked a lot more comfortable out there. What changed for you?
I was really able to land my breaking ball a lot more and just be in the zone more effectively in the second start versus the first one I had, 6 or whatever walks. So I was really able to be more effective in the zone, and that's what ended up leaving me out there longer.
Well, that leads into my next question a little bit. Strikeouts. You become the first Newport Gulls pitcher to get 10 strikeouts in a game since 2017. How did you have so much success out there getting punch-outs against the Westerners?
Yeah, like I said, landing the breaking ball, especially down in the zone, I was able to get a lot of swings and misses with that. So I kind of just went with that, and it just continued to work for me throughout the day.
Yeah, he gave up one hit the entire night. Really a sensational performance from start to finish. What does that do for your confidence here going forward? Still in kind of the early stage of the season, got a little bit of the season to go. How does that kind of change your mindset and help your confidence a little bit as we go along here?
Oh, it's definitely good to show that, I can go out there and do it. It's just, it's a good booster to keep moving forward and keep doing well. So.
All right, well, Colin, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Break Game Show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's the Broadcasters Roundtable. Zach Letson joined alongside the broadcaster for the Ocean State Waves, Tim Joyce, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, John Perrick. And Tim, I'll start with you. A couple of wild games in the first two between these two teams. Newport wins a thriller in the first game of the Pell Bridge Series, but the Waves and their bats responded in Game 2.
Yeah, in Game 2, you got 5 one-hit innings from Nick Piero, and then you get home runs from Johnny Tuccillo and Travis Honeyman, who, by the way, is hitting .568 this year. So, I mean, Game 2 was really, really an offensive showing for the Waves.
Meanwhile, on the other side, for Newport, on the short side of a couple heartbreakers these last 2 days, last night against Danbury and 2 nights ago against the Valley Blue Sox. How does Newport kind of bounce back here and avenge those 2 losses and a loss in Game 2 of the Pell Bridge Series against the Waves, John?
Well, Zach, it's all about pitching. The last time the Waves and the Gulls took on each other a week ago, Newport's pitching just wasn't there. And I asked Coach Kevin Winterode, what's the key to winning tonight? And he said 2 words. Throw strikes. The Newport Gulls are going to end this 2-game losing streak. It's all about pitching.
Well, that'll do it for us for our on-field portion of the Gulls pregame show. Gulls and Waves coming up next right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Swing and a miss. The Newport Gulls are the 2014 NECBL champions. The Gulls, for the 6th time in franchise history, will hoist the Fay Vincent Cup.
This is Newport Gulls baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The 2-2 pitch. Swinging and a miss. He struck him out. 19 strikeouts for Chase Reed.
Newport Gulls baseball is brought to you.
Please continue to have a moment of silence to also honor a member of the Aspire dermatology family who unexpectedly passed away recently, Jasmine McLean. Thank you. Now here to present nation's colors is the Fall River Fire Department Emergency Medical Services Division. you once again to all of our frontline heroes. Let's give a big round of applause once more. And now, let's get ready to play some baseball.
Let's get ready to play some baseball. Game number 15 of the regular season and game number 3 of the Pell Bridge Series. With that, we welcome you to historic Cardines Field. Zach Letson joined along the voice of the Ocean State Waves, Tim Joyce, and the Gulls field reporter, John Parent. And got an exciting one on our hands, Tim. 2 games, one that was close and a Gulls win where they come out on top in a thriller 8-6. But Ocean State, they got the better of Newport last week in that big 12-1 victory.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame show. You got 5 one-hit innings from Nick Piero. So really, that's been the bugaboo for the Waves this year, the starting pitching. Starters, only the second time they've gotten past the 5th inning. Sorry, the 3rd time dating back to yesterday. 3 of them have been Nick Piero. The other one's been Blaine Deaton. So really, for the Waves today, that they're going to need a little bit of depth out of Cody Whitten. I know that's really not the plan today, but if they can get 1 or 2 runs out of Cody Whitten, I think Eric Hirschbein-Botter is going to be very happy.
So coming off that win against the Gulls the last time these two played, and it was the night after Newport had lost to the Danbury Westerners. Now it's Ocean State coming off a loss. They fell to a Martha's Vineyard Sharks team that's had a stellar pitching staff throughout the season, and they came out on top against Ocean State yesterday.
Yeah, again, yesterday it was Nick Piero on the bump for Ocean State. He went 5 innings, didn't walk a batter, only allowed 2 hits, but he did hit 2 batters. Those both came around to score, and then the bullpen gave up a few runs after that as well.
And then, John, on the other side for the Gulls, this is a Newport team that has lost a couple heartbreakers the last 2 times out against Danbury and against the Valley Blue Sox. But before we break that down for you, we'll step aside with our coverage on Year View to come. You listen to Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'd like to welcome our viewers back to the NECBL pregame show here before we get set for tonight's game between the Newport Gulls and the Ocean State Waves here on Your View on a Friday night. Zach Letson joined alongside the Ocean State Waves broadcaster Tim Joyce and John Parent, the field reporter for the Newport Gulls. And talking about a little bit before we head to the break, this was a Newport team that has been hot this year, especially offensively, but has just been on the wrong side of their last 2 matchups.
They have, and honestly, their pitching has been a problem. Although Kellen Tullio went 6 innings yesterday and only allowed 1 hit, the bullpen in the end was the issue. But tonight, the Newport Gulls, they've got Jack Eldridge, and if there's a pitcher that Newport wants, it's Jack. Last time he was out, he was against Vineyard. The Gulls needed to win the game, and they needed a good performance, and he delivered 5 innings, allowing only 1 earned run on 5 hits. And tonight, again, the Gulls, they've lost 2 straight. They need a big performance out of Jack, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can come through again.
Well, it'll be his first time going against the Ocean State Waves, who come in after beating Newport 12-1 the last time these two faced off. And a little different of a lineup, Tim, so why don't you take us through that?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be Kyle Maves leading off. The junior from Quinnipiac plays 3rd base tonight. Albert Choi, sophomore from NJIT's in center. Xavier Vargas, the familiar face here at Cardines and Ocean State, is at first. Johnny Tuchillo does the catching from Stony Brook. Griffin Merritt's in left. He's from Cincinnati. Slade Wilkes is in right. Cleanly shaven Slade Wilkes from Southern Miss. Alex Ramirez is at second base. The roadie Ram. Walker Birchfield, the fellow Tulane Green Wave, is the DH. Dylan Hoy rounds things out from Marist at short.
And the Gulls have taken the field for the first time tonight, wearing their Friday orange uniforms for the second time this season. Wore them 2 Fridays ago against Mystic. Of course, Newport was not here last Friday. They were out on Martha's Vineyard the last time that Jack Aldrich pitched. As my partner John Parent mentioned, it was a good one. 5 innings of 1-run baseball from the Tulane Green Wave product. Gulls are in the field, so let's give you Newport's defensive alignment. Left to right across the outfield, Connor Kiley back in the lineup and in the field for the Gulls. He plays in left field. Kenny Oyama, the Loyola Marymount product, is in center. Sam Cochran playing his team-leading 15th game, has played in every game for the Gulls, out and right. Left to right across the infield, TJ Pitaro at the hot corner for the Gulls. Spencer Smith, the Northeastern Husky, at shortstop. Justin Guerrera at second. Bryce Hewlett at first. And Matt Wood, after was out with an injury for the past few games, he is back in the lineup, giving Peter Ceruto a night off behind the dish. And Jack Aldrich making start number 2 on the bump for the Gulls.
Oh, it's great to see Matt Wood back. behind the plate. It's been now 2 weeks, I believe, 2 maybe even 3 weeks since Matt Wood was last behind the dish, and he's there. And I was talking to Chuck Pava earlier in the week, and he said, well, maybe expect Matt to come either Saturday or possibly Monday. Here he is. It's Friday night in Cardines. Great to see the kid back out there.
Well, I faced an Ocean State Waves team, one of 2 Southern Division teams yet to come to Cardines Field. Ocean State and the Martha's Vineyard Sharks still yet to come, and it's a big game. Game number 3 between these 2 teams. What are you looking for Ocean State to try to come out on top? What do you think the keys are tonight for this Waves team?
Well, offense most definitely. Travis Honeyman, the Waves' leading hitter, 568, leads the NECBL in average, is out tonight with a leg injury. So, again, and we talked about it before, Cody Whitten, if you can get 3 innings, allow 1 or 2 runs, turn it over to the red-hot Waves bullpen, and the Waves score, I think, 5 or 6 runs, they're going to win tonight.
Well, it'll be Maves, Choi, and Vargas to get things started here in Newport, just about ready for baseball. In this Rhode Island rivalry, game number 3. Newport winners 8-6 in game 1. Ocean State winners 12-1 in game number 2.
Pretty good crowd filing into Cardines Field tonight. You know, overcast, and yet Newport showing out a good attendance.
First pitch from Jack Aldrich, swung on and fouled by Maves, the Quinnipiac Bobcat. First pitch coming in at 6:35 p.m., 67 degrees and cloudy here at the City by the Sea. 0-1. Off-speed breaker, and that's a bit upstairs. It's 1-1 to Maves.
There was a little rain last night. The field was a little wet. The grounds crew team here in Newport had to do a little work on it, but we're ready for baseball.
1-1. Swung on, hit high in the air, but playable for Connor Kiley. Camps underneath it and makes the catch. 1 up and 1 down for Aldrich to start things in the first.
And that's so huge to get the leadoff guy to fly out there. Again, during the pregame, I was talking to Greg Zagerson, and Greg told me, you know what, we just need strikes and outs early and often. Great start for Newport, although it's early.
Well, here's the 2-hitter, Albert Choi. The NJIT Highlander steps in. Looks at a first pitch and gets the outer part of the plate. Choi, a part of that NJI team that had quite the season all the way into the NCAA tournament. 0-1. This one's outside.
A bit of a wild ride as to how they actually got there in the America East tournament. Played at Stony Brook, a field that doesn't have lights, and they went a rain delay. It's a turf field. And then because the Highlanders were the only team that was undefeated in the conference tournament, they got the bid.
As he swings and misses at a breaking ball, it's 1-2. That's got to be the first team that I've seen celebrate a championship from the parking lot. It's well, of course, a viral video that made the rounds on Twitter and Instagram. 1-2. Swung on, fouled right back to the fence. It's gotten off to a pretty good start here with Ocean State. This is 10th ball game for Eric Hirshine-Bonder's team. 321 hitter. Pair of doubles, 4 RBI.
It was the America East Rookie of the Year, first team All-American East.
Looks out a 1-2. Upstairs counts even at 2-2. Matt Wood behind the plate for the Gulls, getting back in there after missing a couple weeks' time. This game number 6 for the Gulls backstop. 2-2 pitch. Tried to hold up his swing and could not. Ring him up, strike number 3. Aldrich gets him swinging on the breaking ball, and there's 2 away.
And just to talk about Matt Wood, this is actually his first game back since June 12th, and that was against the Ocean State Waves.
What a game that was. 8-6 victory for Newport, a thriller. Late push by the Waves, but Newport was able to hold on. Here's a man pretty familiar with Cardines Field, Xavier Vargas. Played in the NCBL here in 2020. Looks at a pitch inside, says home plate umpire William Bowers. Ball number 1. Bowers calling the balls and strikes. Anthony Brunetti and Matthew Gateson out in the field. Tonight's umpires is another pitch inside to Vargas. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss from Vargas. Might have gotten a piece of it into the mid of Wood. It's 2-1. A 200 hitter in 13 games through. Played in all but one game so far this season for Ocean State. 2-1. Is lined hard back up the middle. This falls for a base hit. Xavier Vargas with the first hit of the night for either side, and a 2-out base runner here in the first for the Waves.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by Vargas. Got a little bit in on the hands, but able to spit on the fastball and send it back up the middle.
41, John Tucillo.
Well, here's Johnny Tucillo. He's played very well against the Gulls this season in the 2 games. 2-run home run in first game between these two. A .304 hitter, 11 games into the season. Short lead off first for Vargas. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and driven deep to left field, but this ball hooking foul. Good contact off the bat of the Stony Brook catcher, but just hooked it left of the left field line.
And when you talk about Tucillo's performance against Newport a week ago, was it really an Ocean State Wave who didn't have a great performance during that game?
0-1 is blooped into left field. This ball falls for a base hit. Fielded by Oyama. Back-to-back singles for the Waves with 2 down, trying to get a rally going in the first.
Hey, get another good piece of hitting there from Ocean State. Getting a little bit fooled on the changeups there from Aldrich, but able to put some piece of wood on it.
Some great 2-out hitting there again. You don't need to do much here. You just got to get a rally going, as you said, Zach. And now the Waves have an opportunity to capitalize early on in this game.
Mississippi.
Well, here's Slade Wilkes. Comes in with big opportunity here early on. Trying to hold up his swing. And he did. On a pitch inside, it's 1-0. Aldrich went 5 innings against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in that pitcher's duel victory for Newport, a 4-2 win. He gave up just 3 hits over his entire outing. 2 already right off the bat for Ocean State. 1-0. Swung on and hit this one right to Guerrera. Throws over to first. And just like that, Aldrich out of trouble. Pair of hits for the Waves, but no runs in the top half of the first. Through half an inning here at Cardines Field, no score as we go to the bottom of the first on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Home half of the first here at Cardines Field. No score between Ocean State and Newport in matchup number 3 between these two teams. And the Gulls will get their first hacks off of Cody Winton. So let's give you Newport's starting lineup here tonight. A little bit different from what Newport has rolled with the last 2 nights. But the man leading off that part the same. Kenny Oyama leads off, the center fielder for the Gulls. Connor Kiley is back in the lineup, the local man out of Portsmouth and Stonehill College. He hits second. Sam Cochran right behind him, the right fielder that's played in every game. Justin Guerrera hitting fourth and playing second base. Bryce Hewlett batting fifth and playing first. Matt Wood back in the lineup as mentioned, first time since he played the Ocean State Waves. He does the catching and hits sixth. CJ Pitaro at the hot corner for the Gulls hits seventh and plays third. Grayson Moore is back in the lineup as the DH tonight and hits eighth. And Spencer Smith, the shortstop from Northeastern, rounds out the order and hits ninth.
Yeah, for the Waves on the bump, it's Cody Witten from Winthrop. Witten on the year has not pitched really well for the Waves. In a game that, then there is a game that he's pitched in that it still hasn't been entered. He's 0-2, 2 games, 2 starts. 5 innings pitched. He struck out 3, walked 11, given up 9 hits, and that's not including the Danbury game, which is to be continued, in which he went 2 2/3 and gave up 7 runs.
First pitch to Oyama, swings and fouls it back. Well, kind of his debut as a Newport Gull came against Ocean State in that 12-1 loss for Newport. Picked up his first hit as a Gull. Looks at this pitch inside. It's 1-1.
And the Newport Gulls coaching staff has really had a lot of praise for Kenny. I was talking to the Newport Gulls hitting coach
as this pitch gets the outer part of the plate.
I was talking to Newport Gulls hitting coach Ted Regan, and he just said Kenny Oyama kind of defines what it means to be a leadoff hitter. He's fast, and he's got good intangibles.
Here comes the 1-2. Well, he swings and drives this one on a line. This one is caught on a dive by Albert Choi. What a play.
A great diving play there by Choi. Can't ask for much more. A little bleeder off the bat. Able to get some glove on it.
And when Oyama makes an out, he makes a loud out.
Well, it's not the first great defensive play we've seen to rob the Gulls' leadoff hitter this season. Now it's Connor Kiley's turn. It's at a first pitch that creeps inside. It's 1-0. Working quickly is Witten. And this pitch is blooped into center field. This time it'll fall for a base hit. First hit of the night for the Gulls belongs to Connor Kiley. Now it's the man with more base hits than anyone on the Newport Gulls, Sam Cochran, who steps in with an opportunity. Has been moved to the 3 spot by Kevin Winterode since Kenny Oyama came to town. For that, he owned the leadoff spot. First pitch to the College of Charleston outfielder is roped deep into center field. Choi racing back. This ball gets over his head. Cochran makes the turn for second, and now the stop sign being applied at third for Kiley. A double for Sam Cochran right off the bat, and Newport with runners in scoring position at second and third.
Just a great piece of hitting there by Cochran, taking it right back up the middle. Gets a little bit of that fence, and then you get a Cardines Field bounce. Kind of something you almost see at Fenway Park with that triangle in center, but here at Cardines, you never know what you're going to see. You really don't.
It could hit the same spot on the wall twice, and you have no idea where it's going to go.
It looked like initially Troy may have had a beat on it, but ball just kept carrying.
Well, if you're an outfielder, too, you know, it's like playing Fenway and dealing with the Green Monster. You really have to kind of scope out both sides of the outfield to get a good understanding of what's going to happen during the game.
Here's Justin Guerrera for the Gulls. He fouls the first pitch back.
And, Zach, when you talk about somebody who's red hit, it's Justin Guerrera. Yesterday, he had his 5th home run of the season, and it almost looked effortless. I was talking to Ted Regan. He said he hit it out on his front foot.
Big 2-run shot yesterday for Guerrera. He chops this one, hits it back to the screen. It's 0-2.
This is a big spot for Whitney. He hasn't been able to work out of jams early in the season. If he can only give up 1 run, if you get 0 runs, great. But if he can give up 1 run and get out of the inning, I think that's all you can ask for if you're the Waves.
Guerrera 1 for 12 in 1 for 7, in 2 games against Ocean State. Stays alive, fouls this one back.
And going back to the Gulls for Newport, after those 2 losses, right now you get a good first inning out of your starting pitcher Eldridge, and now if there's somebody that you want up at the plate with 2 men running in a scoring position, it's Guerrera.
Most home runs and most RBIs on the Newport Gulls for the Fairfield Stag. 0-2. Swing and a miss as Tuchillo dives and applies the tag on the leg of Guerrera. And there is out number 2 for Ocean State.
What an athletic play by Tuchillo there. I guess he could have thrown to first, but in doing so, you risk maybe allowing a run, or if you throw it away, a run comes in. So a great job by just kind of diving.
A lot of speed on the base path, certainly.
Oh, yeah.
Between Kiley at third and Cochran at second base. Opportunity still live for the Gulls. Now 2 outs for Bryce Hewlett. First pitch bounces in the dirt, and good by Tuchillo to block it that time. It's 1-0. Three hard hit balls and a strikeout to start things for Cody Witten. As Hewlett drives this fastball a mile into deep right field. The right fielder Wilkes ranging back on it, and this ball is off the top of the wall. 2 runs will score on a long single for Bryce Hewlett. Now the ball gets away as they throw it back to Vargas, and Hewlett slides into second, and he's tagged out. So Hewlett is tagged out. That ends the frame, but 2 Gulls runs come home to score on the 2 RBI base knock for the Pittsburgh first baseman in Newport. Takes a 2-0 lead as we go to the second here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First, coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Back for the top of the second here at Cardines Field. 2-0 Gulls. Pair of runs off the bat of Bryce Hewlett, a 2 RBI single that has Newport out in front. 2-0. It's 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Ocean State here and their portion of the second inning.
And for Newport, that's just exactly what you want to do. Get on the board early. Now hope that Eldridge can get into a groove.
Griffin Merritt starts things off, and he ropes the first pitch he sees past the dive of Guerrera and into center field. Hit number 3 for the Waves here in the early going.
Yeah, it's a huge hit there if you're Griffin Merritt. He's hitting just .091 on the year, so really something he needed.
Well, now it's Alex Ramirez, a local URI product. With Merritt, the third hit of the ball game already for Ocean State, standing on first. First pitch to Ramirez, he squibs it off of his leg, and now he'll have to hop it off. a .286 hitter in 13 games played this year. A home run and an RBI to show for it, and was another member of the Newport Collegiate Baseball League, a league that we were here to witness.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's great to be back at Guardians right now.
It's your first time back since.
Yeah, it's first time since last summer. First time with fans in 2 years I've seen it.
0-1 to Ramirez. This pitch skips in the dirt, could stop by Wood, and Merritt forced to hold.
Well, that's one thing about Cardines Field, especially on a night like tonight. You know, you're just reminded that we're back to normalcy. You know, you've got a packed crowd right now. Great night for baseball. And it's great to have COVID essentially over.
1-1. Big caught it a miss from Ramirez on a pitch that tailed outside, and it's 1-2.
We've seen Aldrich go to the changeup in spots like this. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again here.
Ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's lined the other way, but heads foul. Souvenir for a fan. And a great crowd, as we said, here at Cardines Field. Nice Friday night for baseball.
We've seen a few balls go into the stands here in the last few games here at Cardines Field, which is something, you know, you don't see that often with the high nets and the small bleachers. But always good if you're a fan to go home with a baseball.
We'll do the 1-2 again. But first, Aldrich will throw over to first before we do the 1-2. It's one of several Rhode Island Rams between these two teams. 31 games he played this past season. Big lead off of first for Merritt. Here's the 1-2. Changeup comes in and off the bat of Ramirez. Trying checking his swing, but it's a 1-3 put out. He thought I might have hit him, but it's the first down of the inning.
As the saying goes, you never know what you're going to see when you go to the ballpark. Right there. A check swing. I think that may have hit the knob of the bat.
Yeah, you can see it on the replay there. It just gets the knob of the bat.
And a bad break for the Waves.
In a way, like he was trying to get out of the way. Instead, there's the first down. Kind of works like a sacrifice bunt and allows Merritt to get down to second base.
Right, if you're looking for a silver lining, it is a productive out, and now with 1 out, you've got a runner in scoring position, and the Waves looking to answer the Gulls 2 runs in the bottom of the first.
Well, here's Walker Birchfield. He's looking for a big hit. Just 3 hits for the DH through his first 11 games, and he got a Tulane versus Tulane matchup.
That's exactly why Birchfield's in the lineup tonight, for this reason.
Swings at the first pitch, down low, and out of the zone. It's 0-1.
Was originally scheduled to have the day off. They're playing both games against Bristol and then last night as well, but after found out we were facing Aldrich.
Behind 0-1 as the runner takes off, and a good throw by Wood down to third, but not in time. So Merritt able to swipe third base and put the Waves 90 feet closer to their first run.
It was a great throw considering that the pitch was going away from Wood, but if that throw was just a foot lower, he's got him. I believe the ball did beat him to the bag there, but the Gulls can't convert.
1-1 to the 8-hitter Birchfield with the Gulls infield in. Here's the pitch. Fouled it back.
And for the Waves here, you talk about situational hitting. You want either a ground ball to the right side or ideally any fly ball deep in the outfield. Just try to get the run in here. The infield is playing in, so a fly ball would be preferred.
Birchfield did start in the first game between these two teams and came on the bench, off the bench in the second. 0 for 5 combined in those two. 1-2. Looks out a break-in ball. It's too low, and the count's even at 2. Nothing Newport. 2 runs that Newport able to get very quickly in the first inning. And the Waves looking to respond here. with Merritt at third, and the 8-hitter Birchfield facing his two-lane teammate. 2-2. Fouled back, will do it once again.
Great job by Birchfield, battling at the plate here with 2 strikes, just trying to extend the count and get a pitch that he can drive.
On extended at bat. Biggest bat early on so far for Ocean State. Here's the 2-2. Chopped hard and off the glove of Pizarro into left field. Be a base hit for Walker Birchfield, who hit it hard past Pizarro, and Ocean State's on the board. It's 2-1.
That's all you needed for Ocean State. Thought that could have been an out, just a little bit to the glove side. I think of the infield's back. That's definitely an out, but a run would score either way.
The village of Monroe.
And that's just a great job, just hitting it hard. Birchfield there, right at the third baseman. Got a good bounce into left field. And now the Waves do respond, and it's a 1-run game here in the second.
Rally still alive. Here's the 9-hitter Dylan Hoy. Shortstop for the Waves tonight. He's out a first pitch curveball. Sharp breaker from Aldrich, and it's in there for strike number 1. Hoy out of Marist, a .410 average this season with the Red Foxes. Swinging at the 1-1 and grounds it to Hewlett. Could be 2 on a second for 1, but no throw back onto first as the hustle of Dylan Hoy earns him a fielder's choice. Newport gets the lead runner, but the inning's still alive for the Waves.
And Aldrich, he just has to be quicker there, getting to first base, covering the bag, so the Newport Gulls can turn that double play. That was really tailor-made there. But Newport, again, failing to convert in these opportunities to get a bonus out in the base paths.
Top of the order, here's Kyle Maves. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to Kylie that started this ball game off. He swings at the first pitch and ropes the ball over the head of Smith into left field for a base hit. Hit number 4 early on for Ocean State, and the rally still very much alive and well.
It doesn't get much easier with Albert Choi.
The center fielder.
Oh, that's just a great piece of hitting by Maves there. Not trying to do too much there, just going with the baseball, taking it to the opposite field. And now he's aboard, and here comes the Waves. Second straight inning where they've had 2 men in scoring position, or excuse me, 2 men on, 1 in scoring position with 2 outs.
Tying run standing on second. First pitch to Choi. Breaker chops softly. Pizarro forced to charge in on it. Throws over to first. And he got him. What a play from one end of the diamond to another. And Newport is out of the jam, but not before Ocean State gets a run back. 2-1 Gulls over the Waves as we head to the home half of the second on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
How many times can I say, oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
State University.
6, 7, and 8 for the Gulls as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Thanks so much for joining us on the NECBL Broadcast Network and on your view. As Matt Wood grounds this first pitch past the dive of Dylan Hoy and into left field for a base hit. Welcome back, Matt Wood. He's aboard to start the second inning.
Yeah, Zach, welcome back. You know, it's his first game back since that shoulder strain that he dealt with during batting practice 2 weeks ago against the Bristol Blues. Great to see him back in the lineup. What a way to start with a first pitch swinging single to the opposite field.
Now it's C.J. Pizarro, the Vanderbilt third baseman. Looks at a sharp breaking ball out of the hand of Cody Witten. Out of the zone, it's 1-0.
Well, Pizarro last inning, he gave up that, although it didn't go down as an error, but he had an opportunity to get an out. Instead, it gave up a run.
Wood is off and running as this pitch is fouled back to the screen.
And then Pizarro ends the inning with a great play at third. And Ted Regan, he always talks about resilience. You know, you got to be resilient. You make one bad play, come right back. Well, right there, great resilience in the field last inning by C.J. Pizarro.
Been nearly an everyday guy for these Gulls this year. See a goal at the plate, a few goals in the outfield. 1-1. Fouled it back. Got the night off last night in Newport's heartbreaking loss 8-6 to the Danbury Westerners. Lewis Barnum got the start at third base for Newport. One and two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Pizarro on a ball down low for strike three. And he will trot back to the dugout with Wood occupying first base. There's one away.
The designated hitter, number 15, Grayson.
Well, here's the two-way player, Grayson Moore for Newport.
And game one, I believe we saw him on the bump.
We've seen him on the bump. 4 innings in relief against the Ocean State Waves in Newport's 8-6 win. 4 shutout innings. Also started here on Wednesday against the Valley Blue Sox as a pitcher. Small lead off first for Wood. And this pitch is blocked in the dirt by Tuccillo. It's 1-0. Three appearances on the mound, and now back in the lineup as we'll check in on Wood, who's back in time.
During the beginning of the broadcast, I said that we had a light crowd tonight. Well, the place is really packing. A little bit of a late crowd rather than a light crowd tonight.
Nice Friday night for baseball in Newport as this fastball dots the plate, and Moore takes it. It's 1-1.
And as you said earlier in the broadcast, only the second time this season we've seen the Orange Friday uniforms out of Newport.
Only the second Friday home game we've had. Of course, one of the 3 canceled against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and rescheduled as Wood is off and running on this pitch. Good throw down from Tuccillo, and he got him.
An absolute gun from Tuccillo.
What a throw by the Stony Brook Seawolf to get Wood by a step or two. And just like that, the base runner erased.
Yeah, John, it's the first time I think you've seen Tuccillo behind the plate. An absolute missile in the shoulder of the Stony Brook catcher.
Yeah, Tuccillo, he's off to a good start tonight.
As this 1-2 is in there for strike number 3. Beautiful breaker from Cody Witten. And the Waves end up going 1-2-3 to these Gulls bats in the second inning. 2-1 Newport as we go to the third here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
To the third we go at historic Cardines Field, 2-1 Newport on top. And the heart of Ocean State's order. Looking to change that. Here's Xavier Vargas, the first baseman. He swings at the first pitch and ropes it into right field, just like that. Base hit number 2 for Xavier Vargas, a 2 for 2 day, and a base runner to start things in the third.
We've seen a lot of just good hitting out of the Waves tonight. Unfortunately, they've just been singles, but a lot of hard hit balls. I wouldn't be surprised to see those hard hit balls turn into more than just singles here in the third.
6 hits, 12 batters through for Ocean State. Half of the men that have come to the plate. And now a dangerous batter who has a hit himself, Johnny Tuccillo. Set a first pitch curveball, just misses. It's 1-0.
It's a shame, John, we aren't at Ocean State. What a absolutely perfect walk-up Tuccillo has.
Oh my goodness, his walk-up song is New York, New York. Start spreading the news. If there's, and we're...
this pitch, curveball that gets in for a strike.
We talked about it during the break. If I was ever to be a baseball player, that's my walk-up song. I've thought about that since I was 10 years old. I want Frank Sinatra, New York, New York. And I went to a Waves game last week, and I heard that Tuccillo's walk-up song was that, and just a great choice. Great choice.
Swings and misses at this pitch. It's 1-2. Well, he's had some success against Newport, a hit tonight, and 6 games in the games that he's played against Newport so far.
Well, if he can make it in the NECBL, he'll make it anywhere.
Oh, man. 1-2. Sharp breaker, high chopper over the head of Aldrich. Will there be a play? Bare hand by Guerrera on to first. He got him. What a play. Bare hand by Justin Guerrera, and there's one down.
Tuccillo, he's no easy out, and Guerrera took all of his defensive talent there to get him. Great play.
Barehanded play from Guerrera is the first out of the frame, but Vargas moves to second base. Potential tying run for the right fielder, Slade Wilkes. Right fielder out of Southern Miss. Played 12 games this past season. Able to hold up his swing on a first pitch outside. It's 1-0.
And again, another productive out for Ocean State. You know, I was talking about situational hitting in the first inning, and I'm going to talk about it again here. Right now, you've got a runner on second. Just go gap to gap here. Don't try to force anything. Just try to get on base and hopefully advance the runner at worst.
Big lead for Vargas off of second as this pitch dots the outer part. It's 1-1. Wilkes did not play in the first game between these two, but played in that 12-1 victory for Ocean State. Went 1 for 2 with a run scored and a strikeout. 0 for 1 so far tonight. This pitch misses. It's 2-1. Grounded out, a 4-3 ground out that ended the first inning. Both of his at-bats have come in pretty large situations. Came up after back-to-back singles in the first, and now the potential tying run, standing in scoring position for Ocean State. 2-1. Sharp breaker that he skies out of play. It's 2-2.
Better call, Newport Glass.
1 run on 6 hits for the Ocean State Waves. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Newport Gulls. 6 hits already double the amount that Martha's Vineyard Sharks were able to get off Jack Aldrich when he went 5 last week. 2-2. It's too low and the count runs full.
One of the better at-bats we've seen from Slade Wilkes all year, working the count, fouling off pitches. When he first arrived from Southern Miss after their regional, it was fastball, 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 and 1, 2, 3, swing and a miss on all 3. So really good to see Wilkes actually work the count, kind of see some more pitches.
With 1 out, here's the 3-2. It's out of the zone. What an eye from Wilkes, the right fielder. You talk about a good at-bat. Maybe the most impressive take right there. Earns himself ball 4 and a walk. 2 base runners on here in the 3rd.
Yeah, great way by Wilkes just to come back to that count there and get on base. And out first and second, 1 out. Doors open for the Waves.
Now it's Griffin Merritt, who got the party started an inning ago for Ocean State. Singled and scored. It's the first pitch back to the fence. Right in our wheelhouse. Good thing we have some protection here at Cardinals Field. Of course, where we're situated at Ocean State, we came pretty close to having a couple foul balls.
Just some old BP nets.
Oh, yeah.
That protect us.
I think both of our MacBooks were at risk there for a brief moment.
Very much so.
0-1 to Merritt, the pitch. Gets the zone. Off-speed stuff. 82 miles an hour from Aldrich. It's quickly 0-2. Vargas on second base after a base hit that began the inning. And Wilkes at first after a full count walk for the 6-hitter Merritt. Off-speed breaking ball that misses outside. It's 1-2. Pitch number 45 from the Tulane Green Wave product. In his first start at Cardinals Field, his second start of the season. One, 2. Tried holding up his swing. And did he go around? He did. Strike number 3.
I think they called it a called strike.
Well, it looked like the on-plane umpire, William Bowers, rang him up, regardless of whether he went around or not. Strike number 3 and out number 2 in the 3rd.
Great way to respond there. Aldrich gets the early 2 strikes. He gave up a ball, but that ball, it's kind of a productive pitch there. Don't give him something he can hit when you're up in the count 2-0. Then come back, strike him out. Now there's 2 outs. Can Aldrich escape the jam? That's the question.
We'll have to get past Alex Ramirez, the second baseman for Ocean State, to do so. Home run swing from Ramirez, cut on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Ramirez hit his first home run of the season last night for Ocean State against the Sharks. That was off Sharks pitcher Clark Platanic.
Nearby Warwick, Rhode Island native. Of course, attends the University of Rhode Island. His teammate Xavier Vargas on second base. 0-1. Looks at fastball too low. It's 1-1. 0 for 1 today. He had that bizarre ground out to the pitcher where it got the very inner part of his bat. The ball that nearly hit him. One. There's a strike. After showing the fastball, how about a curveball off speed stuff? It's 1-2.
Great pitch selection there by Aldrich. Just trying to mix it up. And now ahead in the count, wouldn't be surprised to give him just a little junk here, something he can't hit, something he can't drive, and try to get out of this jam.
Needs one more strike with 2 runners on base and now time called behind the plate. Did not start in the last game between these two teams, but started in the first game and went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in Newport's 8-6 win. 2 runners on with 2 out. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball down low for strike number 3. So Jack Aldrich works out a treble and keeps the Waves off the scoreboard in the top of the third through 2.5. Newport 2, Ocean State 1 here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Back here at Cardines Field, 2-1 Newport over Ocean State here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. First pitch, a sharp breaker that drops in for a strike to Spencer Smith. Smith the batter before the lineup card turns over to Kenny Oyama and Connor Kiley. It's another breaking ball from Witten.
And Smith, the only Newport Gull that contributed offensively in that 12-1 loss against the Waves, as he had a bases-loaded walk in the ninth.
1-1 from Witten. Skips high in the dirt. 74-mile-per-hour curveball that Tuchillo couldn't handle. It's 1-2. He's kind of gotten comfortable as Newport's 9-hitter. And went 1 for 3 last night against Danbury with a walk. And drives this pitch hard. That gets through for a base hit. Spencer Smith, a base hit last night, a base hit tonight, and the leadoff man on for the Gulls.
And with the top of the lineup coming, that's exactly what you want. Spencer Smith pulling it right through that gap between first base and second base. And now with Oyama coming up, things could get really interesting here in the bottom of the third as Newport tries to extend their lead.
0 for 1 day for Oyama, but it was an impressive play in center field by Albert Choi. The reason why Oyama was not on the base path. It's a diving play. First pitch. What a breaking ball in there for strike number 1. Pitch that Witten keeps going back to, and it's worked so far in the second. First to check in on Smith, who's back in time. 0 for 1 tonight, and a .217 hitter on the young year for Oyama, who began his season against Ocean State on the road, now playing against the Waves at home. Swings at the 0-1 in the dirt. It's 0-2 quickly. Smith on first after he picked up Newport's 5th hit of the night. 0-2. Swing and a miss from Oyama. A good breaking ball from Coney Witten. And on 3 pitches, the leadoff man goes down for the first down.
Yeah, just a steady diet of breaking balls and changeups there from Witten, able to get Oyama to chase at all of them.
Connor Kiley, Stonehill College.
Now it's Connor Kiley, man with a first base hit of the night for the Gulls, but check in on Smith first, who's back in time. Looks at this pitch that skips in the dirt. Tuchilla will fire down to first. A close play, but Smith is back in. We have seen Newport's catcher, Peter Ceruno, be aggressive behind the plate. I don't know if I've seen a catcher around the NECBL with a better arm than Johnny Tuchilla.
And he's not afraid to use it either. He will throw the ball around the field, but at the right time and be controlled with it.
This 1-1. Tuchilla frames it on the inside part of the plate and gets the call. It's 1-1. Game number 10 for Connor Kiley with the Newport Gulls. Stonehill College player swings and misses in a sharp curveball. It's 1-2.
Made Kiley look really silly right there. Great breaking ball there over the plate, and Kiley completely fooled.
A 307 hitter so far for the Portsmouth, Rhode Island product. 1-2. Fastball too tight. It's 2-2.
And when they announce his name during the pregame ceremony, always gets a good ovation by the Gulls faithful.
Not too many players from Aquidneck Island on the Newport Gulls roster, but Connor Kiley, one of them. Big lead off of first for Smith. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Curveball, he got him. Well, Cody Winton went back to the pitch. That's been working best for him tonight and gets his second punch out here in the third.
Yeah, Winton, I think in his first few starts has been trying to spot the fastball. Now tonight he finally has a pitch that works, the curveball. And I mean, seeing his last 2 bats, he's used it and used it well.
And don't overthink it there. You know, if it's working, it's working. Go right back to it until they can hit it.
Strikeout number 2 of the inning and number 5 of the ball game for the lefty Winton. Now here's Sam Cochran for the Gulls. Swinging out a first pitch breaking ball, and he fouls it.
I think the more important number for Winton, too, no walks. He had just 4 strikeouts to 11 walks coming into tonight, and again, not including that game against Danbury. So really tonight, hasn't walked a batter, hasn't hit a batter yet.
Already surpassed his strikeout total from the season. Now he's got to face the dangerous Sam Cochran. 1 for 1 today with a double off the wall in center. He looks at a fastball outside. As productive a hitter as Newport has. 327 hitter on the season. For the 3rd year NECBL player. 2 years spent with the Winnipesaukee Muskrats. Now playing here at Cardines Field. One. This pitch skips in the dirt. It's 2-1.
Cochran, he's really been a tone setter for Newport. Just early on in games, going gap to gap, getting extra base hits constantly. It seems every night we're out here saying, and another leadoff double, another leadoff single for Sam Cochran. Of course, he's not in the leadoff spot anymore, but he's just been a tone setter.
It's 2-1 to the right fielder with 2 outs. As he swings and drives this pitch down the left field line, but foul. Something that he's really enjoyed here at Cardines Field. Told me he enjoys this more than the college season. He really just loves the opportunity to play summer ball. If you're playing well, you get to come out the next day and keep on playing. But if you're in a slump, well, it's the same thing. You get to come back out the next day and try to break out of it. And that's kind of been his approach and worked very well for a Cochran. An all-star 2 years ago with the Muskrats and 19 hits. And this just the 15th game as Smith goes. This pitch is on the outside part, and Smith is safe. This ball goes into center field. And the shortstop has third base easily.
And I was going back to Sam Cochran. I was talking to him before the game, and I was just asking him about his time here in Newport. How's it been? How's it been going? And he's, in short, he just said it's been amazing. And of course, I brought up, well, it helps that you're hot at the plate and that you're playing like one of the best players in the whole entire league right now. And of course, that's got to help. But overall, he just couldn't stop talking about the chemistry that this team has. You know, Sam Cochran, he epitomizes what it means to be a collegiate baseball player.
Looks at the 3-2, gets the outer part of the plate. Cochran doesn't agree with it, but Winton able to strike out the side and work out of trouble for strike number 3. When we come back, Tim Joyce will take over play-by-play for innings 4, 5, and 6. We'll be back with the 4th here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say, oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Top of the fourth, so I'll hand it over to the broadcaster for the Ocean State Waves, Tim Joyce, to take us through innings 4, 5, and 6. Tim?
Well, thank you very much, Zach Walker. Birchfield leads things off. First pitch from the pitcher Aldrich. His teammate at Tulane is swung on a miss for strike number 1. Birchfield on the day singled and then was cut down on a Dylan Hoy fielder's choice. Another fastball misses, cut on a miss. Birchfield hitting 160 this year for Ocean State, has had 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats dating back to yesterday against the Sharks. Time called. Oh-2 upstairs. Birchfield still listed from Tulane, but has his name in the transfer portal. That's called strike 3. Outside corner, Will Bowers rings him up for out number 1.
The shortstop, number 2, Dylan Hoy.
Dylan Hoy now digs in. Shortstop for Marist. Reached on a fielder's choice, like we said, in the second inning. Was later stranded at second base. That's chopped into the Gulls portion of the dugout down the first baseline. The wind starts to swirl a little bit more here at Cardines Field. Breaking ball, Will Bowers says it's in. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Boy, on the year for Ocean State, 244. That's 10 for 40 coming into today. Rips that foul behind home plate. We're even at 2-2. And the 2-2. Breaking ball fouled off onto America's Cup. We'll do it once more.
Better call, Newport Glass.
Two to the Red Fox. Low, ball 3.
Yeah, Newport's seen him in the leadoff spot. They've seen him in the 9 spot. And he's had a couple clutch hits, of course, brought Ocean State back into the game in that game 1 with that controversial double down the left field line.
The payoff fouled off again.
And in game 2, he also had a huge double in that second inning that really put that game out of reach early for the Waves.
Yeah, and for Hoy and Ramirez, typically Ramirez will be in that 8th spot. Those two are comfortable down there. You look at Travis Honeyman, he hits in the 6th spot for the Waves, leads the NECBL in hits in average. So really, our coach Brian Button, we're putting players where they're comfortable rather than where their skill dictates they should hit. As that's high and inside, a 1-out walk for Dylan Hoy.
Yeah, he's been on base twice tonight. A little bit of unconventional way to do it, but able to use his hustle to beat out a fielder's choice in the second. And then there, just a patient approach. And Ocean State, I mean, they found that's their first walk of the night, but have really just found their way well on the base paths here.
Let's comment. The third baseman from Quinnipiac, flew out in his first plate appearance, then singled in the second. Bunt shown. He offers, says Will Bowers, at strike 1.
And the very fact that that was their first walk of the night is a great sign for Newport. Again, Kevin Winterode, he told me, tonight I want a lot of strikes and very few walks. And if that happens, I'll be happy.
On the inside edge, a called strike. 0-2 quickly on Maves. Fouled off. Maves, a Burlington, Ontario, Canada native. Second season in a row, rather. The Waves have had a Canadian on their roster.
Better call, Newport Glass.
Oh, 2 again, runner goes. It's called strike 3. The throw down to second is not in time. A stolen base for Dylan Hoy, but there's 2 outs.
And Wood immediately looking at the Newport Gulls dugout. I think that he thought he had him there. Great throw by Wood. Good to see Wood. Early on in this game, his arm looks good. He had that opposite field single. You know, coming off that injury, it's great to see Wood already off to a good early start.
Yeah, it's as good a throw as I've seen from Wood behind the plate all season, and I think if you're Dylan Hoy, got a really good jump and picked a perfect pitch to run on that off-speed curveball that worked for a third strike, but a great pitch to steal a base on.
First pitch to Albert Choi. Splits the heart of the plate, a called strike. Ripped foul past Eric Hirschbein-Bodner over at third. 0-2 on Choi.
And one of the key guys not in the lineup tonight is Peter Ceruto for the Newport Gulls. For obvious reasons, obviously, Wood, he's back, and Ceruto being the other Newport catcher. But for Peter, you know, that's 9 straight games he's had to play, which for summer collegiate baseball, behind the dish,
that's a lot.
Oh, sure. Definitely a lot. But a well-deserved off day for Ceruto, but he is on the bench, and I was talking to Winterode, Newport Gulls manager, and he said that he will likely be pinch hitting at some point.
Choi fouls it off himself.
And of course, when you got the Gulls lineup, this is the best lineup statistically in the NECBL batting average-wise. You're going to have a couple guys that are hitting well in the lineup to have the day off. Of course, Dawson Brigman not in the lineup tonight for Newport after a 3-for-3 night last night, and Ceruto, who's been one of their most complete hitters, not in the lineup either. That's just kind of how the shuffle works. You're going to have a guy or two who's playing well, not in the starting 9.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Albert Choi goes around. Jack Aldrich strikes out the side, and we'll be right back here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Cody Witten out for his fourth inning of work. He's going to have to deal with Justin Guerrera, Bryce Hewlett, and Matt Wood.
And last inning, Zach, you talked about how strong this Newport Gulls lineup is this year. Again, this team just doesn't have that part of the lineup. They've got 8 guys that are batting above 300. One of them, Justin Guerrera, who's digging in right now, he's batting 333.
Guerrera out of Fairfield, the first ever MAC team to get an at-large bid, first ever MAC team that was not a 4 seed in a regional.
Fairfield University.
That's low in the dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, and they really earned that with the season that they had. I mean, 28-0 start, a national story across college baseball, and 37-3, and put up a good fight. Really exciting to watch in that Austin regional with, of course, Texas, Arizona State. A team that was a lot of fun this year, and he was at the center of it.
Yeah, and if you look at the bright side, if you're Fairfield, Texas, a College World Series team. That's in the dirt, blocked by Tuchil, and will get past him.
And they're still playing baseball.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
beating Virginia last night, and they've had a great College World Series this year. It's good to have, of course, the College World Series back, the NCAA tournament back, and Newport Gulls baseball back.
How about the story with NC State today? 13 players available. Is that Plunks? Guerrera. He'll get on with a hit by pitch. NC State had 13 players available today, as it's almost 30 players caught in COVID protocol. They ended up losing 3-1 to Vanderbilt. And their first baseman today, he was recruited as a two-way, has not had an at-bat all year, led off the game with a single.
Strange things can happen when you get to Omaha, and they've been oh, what a story. They were knocking out the number 1 team, Arkansas, and still playing baseball.
Yeah, for the Wolfpack, they got 5 innings out of the starter and then 4 innings in relief. Should anything else have happened, they only had 2 other players on the bench. And they did use a pinch hitter.
That's to hold the Commodores to 3 runs. That offense is pretty remarkable.
As that's a called strike to Bryce Hewlett. Especially even to get a run with Kumar Rocker on the mound. Rocker went 6 innings, 5 hits, just allowed a run. Struck out 11 and walked 1. It's really a valiant effort from the Wolfpack today as that's grounded up the middle. Ramirez takes a funky hop on him. Onto first. He will get 1 out. As Guerrera will advance to second. It'll just be a fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's like a lot more unluckiness than poor fielding. A ball that looks pretty routine, 75% of the way there, and then when it got to Ramirez, right before it got there, almost maybe when the grass met the dirt, took that really funky hop. You said it, and it might have kept Newport with a base runner here instead of getting that double play.
Yeah, it was a tailor-made double play for the Waves. Instead, it's a runner on second and 1 out. Matt Wood now misses low and away. Wood today, 1 for 1, singled, and then was caught stealing. 1-0. Flied foul, 1-1.
Better call, Newport Glass.
Count is even. The pitch from Witten. Breaking ball at the top of the zone. Tuchillo thinks about a back pick, but he won't offer. Two-one. Catches some of the black. It's 2-2. There's some stirring in the Waves bullpen. Can't see if there's any action there yet. Because the plan today was only to get 4 from Witten. Is there anything else after? Only get 3 rather. Anything else after that's gravy. Swung a fastball, a breaking ball rather, at the eyes. Wood swings through it. He goes down for out number 2. Brings up C.J. Pitaro.
Yeah, impressive stuff from Witten on the bump. We mentioned the breaking ball that we've seen curve sharply down in the zone, and this one he keeps up and maybe was anticipating that it would break. It never did, and had to chase it upstairs. A major second out.
First pitch to Pitaro, chopped foul off himself in the box. It's a very painful strike one. Pitaro, a Vanderbilt Commodore, did not travel with the team to Omaha. Breaking ball, called strike. It's really been the money pitch today for Cody Witten. The 0-2. Breaking ball just misses outside, 1-2. One, two outs, runner on second. Cut on and missed. He gets in front of the mound. Witten goes over. You will have no play. It'll be a wild pitch on Cody Witten to allow the strikeout to advance.
Yeah, how many times do you see a third strike swing and a miss, and it take that kind of care him back near the pitcher's mound? I mean, that had that sharp of a curve.
I mean, that was really bounced in there.
I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
I think I have other. We almost had a strikeout 1-3.
Oh my goodness. I've seen a few odd things so far here at Cardines Field on this Friday night.
Anything can, like you said earlier, anything can happen at the baseball field, but especially at Cardines Field.
And now there's a ton of seagulls in the outfield just flying around. A weird night tonight.
He's putting some English on these curveballs.
That misses just low. 1-0 to Grayson Moore, the DH from Vanderbilt, another Commodore. Witten picks over. Runner at third, Guerrero. Get a little bit of a jump towards home, but he'll stay put. Another benefit to having Tuchillo behind the plate, he essentially takes out the first and third. Steal is, that's a called strike. 1-1 is pretty much no matter what the jump is, Tuchillo gives the runner a chance to be thrown out, and the throw is usually fairly accurate, so the runner on third really can't go unless they break right away. in the dirt, blocked by Tuchillo. Nice stop there on the 50-footer from Cody Witten.
And in a way, I mean, there's not much the first and third can do for you right now anyway with 2 outs. But, yeah, you mentioned it. Tuchillo kind of eliminates that possibility entirely, even with some speed on both bases.
Witten back picks. Almost gets away from Xavier Vargas. Two-one. Flied foul, it get out of play onto West Marlboro Street. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Grayson Moore up. The pitch from Witten. Cut on a miss, strike 3. Cody Witten sends him down swinging. 2 strikeouts this inning as the Gulls lead over the Waves, 2-1.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Back at Cardines Field for the top of the 5th inning. There's a new pitcher on for the Gulls, but before we get to the new wing, we'll send it over to the Newport Gulls field reporter for some scores around the NECBL.
Well, thank you. Let's first take a look at the early action that occurred today in the NECBL. The Upper Valley Nighthawks topped the North Adams Steeplecats by a score of 4-3 in the first game of a day-night doubleheader, with both games being 7-inning games. And then the Martha's Vineyard Sharks defeated the Mystic Schooners in a resumed game by a final of 10-0, and that game was at the Shark Tank. And we're going to have more of the live action that's occurring across the league in a bit.
And Zach, tell us about the new Newport pitcher, Ethan Hoopengarner.
Yeah, it's Ethan Hoopengarner, as you said, the USC arm for the Gulls out of Laguna Beach, California. He was great for Newport last time out on Wednesday against the Valley Blue Sox, 2 1/3 innings, and gave up just 1 hit, picked up 4 strikeouts on the year. He's got a 3.24 ERA, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 11 punch-outs, and 6 walks.
Well, he's going to have to deal first with Xavier Vargas, the first baseman. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles.
Battle is first baseman number 13, Xavier Vargas.
As that misses low from Hoopengarner. That's ripped into right field. At the wall, it's off the wall. It'll be a long single for Xavier Vargas.
Well, have a day, Xavier Vargas. I think he likes playing here. He played in the league here last year, and what a day he's had. A pair of singles where he got really good contact on the baseball. But I think that one takes the cake in terms of sheer contact off the bat. Absolutely roped it off of the double over the head of Cochran, and he has really set the table. He's led off the third inning and the fifth inning with those base hits, and he's given them an opportunity right off the bat.
It'll be the always dangerous Johnny Tuchillo hitting .313 on the year for Ocean State. Fouls that back into the protective netting behind home plate. The 0-1 to Tuchillo. Breaking ball outside. That's ripped up the middle. Diving stab by the shortstop, but it gets by the second baseman. It gets through. It'll be a base hit for Johnny Tuchillo, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, Guerrera covered a lot of real estate, but not much he could do. Trying to just keep it in the infield, and by knocking it down, he may have prevented Vargas from moving to third base if you're looking for a bright spot if you're the Gulls. But again, that's just great contact off the bat by Tuchillo, who's really done that all season for Ocean State, and that's his second hit of the ball game. Hit number 8 for Ocean State, who right away looking to tie this thing up.
Yeah, the Waves have 8 hits, but they've left 7 runners on bases. That's a called strike to Slade Wilkes. The only hit to score was Griffin Merritt. As that's ripped into left center field. Kenny Oyama is back. He makes the catch. Xavier Vargas will tag. And it's runners on first and third with 1 out.
You want to talk about really good contact. That ball was smacked off the bat of Wilkes, and Oyama with some wheels out there. That saved Newport from a potential extra base hit, and when it does 102 miles an hour off the bat as we get from TrackMan, and my goodness, it hit hard, and at the end of the day, just a sacrifice.
Yeah, and the Waves, they've hit a lot of hard balls tonight, but you were talking to him that they had 8 hits, all 8 singles. And right now, that's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, more impressive the pitch from Hoopengartner, 70 miles an hour coming in. Griffin Merritt flies that foul. It sneaks out of play.
Better call, Newport Gulls.
That's upstairs, 1-1. Merritt himself as a single and scored the only Waves run as that misses inside. Pickle and Tuchillo back in safely. Foul back behind this, into the padding behind home plate. We're even at 2-2.
And Zach, wrapping up Jack Aldrich's performance tonight. If you're the Newport Gulls manager, Kevin Winterode, you have to be pleased. Although it was only 4 innings, he got out of multiple different jams and escaped with only giving up 1 earned run and 1 run total.
And it's Nick Hassan on deck, it looks like, or in the hole, as that's cut on a miss, strike 3. And it is Nick Hassan on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Alex Ramirez.
Yeah, and John, kind of getting back to what you were talking about Aldrich's performance, kind of what he's doing all year. Did it with, actually, in these first 2 starts of the year, I should say. Martha's Vineyard had their opportunities. He only allowed 1 run across the plate. And I should say they've hit a lot of balls hard. 8 singles, but only 1 run to show for it. Able to kind of bounce back when dealt some traffic on the base paths.
And right here, another opportunity for Ocean State. But once again, another Newport Gulls pitcher trying to pitch the team out of the jam here.
So keep you updated on Alex Ramirez as Hassan drives that into right field, but off the end of the bat. Cochran is over, makes a catch out number 3. Waves strand 2. They've stranded 9 so far as the Gulls still lead 2-1 here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Back at Guardians Field, there's a new pitcher on the bump for the Wings. It's Zach Fernandez, but before we go over Fernandez, defensive changes we need to take care of. Kyle Maves moves from third base to second base. Nick Hassan moves to third base, and it is Fernandez on the mound. Fernandez for the Waves this year, 1-1 record, a 1.42 ERA. Appeared in 5 games, all out of the Cove. The Waves bullpen, 6 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts to just 2 walks. He has allowed only 5 hits. His last time out against Bristol, that was on the 23rd. That was in game 1 of the doubleheader. He got the win in that one. Came on in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Waves were the home team with the away team for that one at Old Mountain Field. Went an inning, walked 2, but struck out 1 and got the win as Slade Wilkes had an RBI ground out to score Kyle Maves in that one. Has pitched against these Newport Gulls. That was on June 12th in a Waves loss 8-6. Went 2 innings, allowed 1 run. It was earned, 3 hits, and struck out 5 without walking a batter. He's going to have to deal with Spencer Smith, Kenny Oyama, and Connor Kiley in the Gulls half of the 5th. And while we have the chance, we'll give you the final line for Cody Whitten. He went 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, only both of which were earned. Most importantly for Whitten, did not walk a batter and struck out 9 over his 4 innings of work. Right now, he is in line for the loss. Be a real tough luck loss for Whitten should the score hold. First pitch to Spencer Smith, a called strike.
Oh, this would absolutely be a tough loss for Whitten. You know, outside of that first inning, he really got into a great groove. Struck out the side in the 3rd inning, including this part of the lineup, too.
Zatsurup past the glove of Xavier Vargas. That'll get in to right for a single.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the pull of Spencer Smith. We've seen him pull a couple home runs out here, and almost all the singles that he has hit to the right side, and exactly almost identically hit to what he had in the 3rd inning. And that's what you want from your 9-hole hitter. He is the 9-hole hitter, but his 2nd on the team in on-base percentage with 4 walks in his last 2 games here at Cardines. Knows a thing or two about getting on base, and that really can set the table for the top of your lineup.
Well, it's Kenny Oyama now. Fastball from Fernandez misses upstairs.
And Zach, you're absolutely right. Of course, as I mentioned before, in the 3rd inning, when Spencer Smith led off the inning with a single, the Gulls went down 1, 2, and 3 with all striking out. Interesting to see if they can change the storyline this time here in the 5th.
And I mean, I'm impressed with how we saw Witten tonight for a guy who he did have his struggles in a couple earlier starts in the season. Really put Ocean State in a chance to win. Unfortunately, he was just met by a great performance from Aldrich.
Fernandez picks over. Smith back in safely. Upstairs again. It's 3-0 on Oyama. Called strike. Smith fakes going. It's high anyways. It's ball 4. Now it's Connor Kiley.
Number 2, Connor Kiley.
As Will Dawson will have a chat with Zach Fernandez.
Yeah, it's a quintessential leadoff, man. That's why Kenny Oyama's in that top spot for the Gulls, just trying to get on base any way he can. And now what you're doing is you're passing the baton to the core part of this lineup, and what's been a game where runs have been very hard to come by. A couple here for the Gulls would be huge.
The last time Zach Fernandez faced the Newport Gulls back on June 12th, he went 2 innings out of relief, giving up 1 earned run and allowing 3 hits. And right now, the Newport Gulls would like more than just 1 run from Fernandez.
So runner on first and second with nobody out here in the Gulls half of the 5th. Kiley shows bunt. Fernandez misses upstairs.
And with Cochran on deck, a bunt to try to get 2 men in scoring position. Not a bad decision, especially with Guerrera coming up after Cochran.
Kiley squares late again, pulls back. 2-0. That's grounded up the middle. Holyfield's on a hop over to Maves at second. Cannot get it onto first in time for the double play. There is 1 out.
Yeah, close to a tailor-made double play ball and hit hard off the bat of Kiley. And now we'll get a talk from Eric Hershine-Bonner to the first base umpire.
I think he's going to ask if, because Oyama didn't slide, if there was any interference. And he's going to go talk with Matt Catane at second. He might have a case here. That would make Kiley out at first, just leaving Spencer Smith on at third.
Yeah, it's a huge call here in a 2-1 baseball game. You can see H-Bod passionate, and you, like you said, might have a little bit of a case here with Oyama deciding not to slide, but some passion from the Wave skipper.
And he's going to have a word with Anthony Brunetti, too, on his way back to the dugout. Well, after that, it's just going to be Sam Cochran now. Does not get easier at all for Zach Fernandez with runners on first and third, 1 out. That's a called strike.
And again, with Oyama not making a ton of contact at second base, it's a little hard to make that call. You can understand why he'd want the slide, but a tough call to overturn, especially after what was called on the field.
That's grounded, fouled on the first baseline, and I think, frankly, if it's just about anybody else, he has a bit of a stronger case. I am only 5'4", so really kind of easy to throw over. Well, it's 0-2 on Sam Cochran. The 0-2. Cut on a miss, strike three. Fernandez gets him swinging on a changeup, and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, that was nasty from Fernandez to get a good, as good a contact hitter as Newport has in Cochran a chase, and that's huge. With runners on first and third, now you're just an out away of getting out of it, but a big out to get at the plate right now.
Exactly. Justin Guerrero struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch, stranded at third in the fourth. He grounds that over to third. Hassan makes the diving stab. The backhand to Vargas at first for out number 3. A nice diving play by the new third baseman, Nick Hassan, as the Waves were able to stymie the Gulls. You're listening to Waves and Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Walker Birchfield, Dylan Hoy, and Kyle Maves to lead things off here in the Waves half of the 6th inning. Ethan Hoopengartner out for his 2nd inning of work. Worked himself into a little bit of trouble in the 5th. 2 singles to start the inning, but then he got a fly-out, strikeout, and another fly-out.
For Ocean State, the designated hitter, number 19, Walker Birchfield of Jackson, Mississippi.
Walker Birchfield gets things started. Sophomore from Tulane. First pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Birchfield 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in the 4th. Singleton was erased on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, as that's a called strike. Breaking ball nicks the top of the zone. 1-2. Fastball there upstairs. 2-2. Two from Hoopengartner. Cut on a miss, strike 3, gets Birchfield missing.
Yeah, in his 2nd inning of work on the bump, and that's the way to start things off if you're Hoopengarner is second punch out so far.
The shortstop, number 2, Dylan Hoy of Monroe, New York.
Dylan Hoy now for Ocean State. First pitch shows bunt, gets it down third base line. Pitaro is charging, he can't make a play. It'll be the bunt single for Dylan Hoy. It's one way to get things started.
Well, the speed of Dylan Hoy has gotten him on base 3 out of 3 times tonight. And I'll tell you, that is a very impressive bunt to lay down. And well, he caught the Gulls nap and probably caught any team napping that would have been in that position, just playing back and brought it in last minute. A perfect chopper, and there was nothing Pitaro could do.
And that flips the lineup card over for Kyle Maves, second baseman now. Rising senior at Quinnipiac, redshirt junior. He swings and misses at a Hoopengarner fastball.
Well, it's a great bunt, and it's also just a great decision with Maves, Choi, and Vargas coming up, 3 of the Wave's best hitters. Why not just try to get on base any way you can? And there, of course, the bunt.
And so he dives back in safely on the pickoff. Back again, standing this time. Outside.
Now as we enter into the later frames here of this ball game, Ocean State's really got to start to get something going and start capitalizing. We talked about it already in this broadcast, we've seen a lot of hard hit balls, but all of them have been singles. When's that extra base hit going to come?
Outside, runner Hoy goes. The throw is in time. Can he avoid the tag? He cannot. A great throw there by Matt Wood to get the speedy Dylan Hoy.
Well, Hoy took a base on him in the 4th inning on a very close play, and well, it doesn't get much better than that. What a throw from Matt Wood in his first game behind the plate. It's been a good one for the Penn State catcher, and that's big in a 1-run ball game to wipe that runner off the base paths.
That's in the dirt, and then well, he probably would have got to second base anyways after that. So that's 3-1.
Such a huge throw there. You know, I was just talking, it's time for the Waves to get a rally going, try to get some runs on the board. Then Matt Wood, the silencer behind the dish.
Upstairs, ball 4. So brings Albert Choi, whose average has dipped below 300 for the first time this year.
Albert Choi.
Choi rips down and will get foul out of play. Picked over to Mays, back in safely.
Here's a guy who's definitely due right now. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts.
Flashes bunt again, as that's a strike.
Yeah, but he's definitely capable of something. I mean, 2 for 3 in the last game that these two played in. Well, a lot of talent coming over from NJIT this year.
They hit a home run to start the Fayetteville Regional. Pick over again, keeping a close eye on Maves is Hoopengarner. Fastball upstairs. Upstairs, a little outside. In the dirt, blocked, can't get past. Gets past Matt Wood, rather. It'll be a pass ball on Matt Wood.
No, just a pass ball.
And allows Maves to advance to second. A little bit of a confusing play there as Choi kind of screened Matt Wood from the ball, stayed in the batter's box, but he was trying to get out of the way for him.
Did it? Give him a wild pitch then.
It's going to be changed to a wild pitch, as that's up again.
And that's probably the right call. I took an awful hop in the dirt right before it got to Wood, and I didn't really have a play on it with Choi in the way there.
Yeah, like a forward screen and a goalie. Time called. You have to wait a little bit more for the payoff.
Well, we've seen Newport strand a lot of runners. Can they do it again right here?
Yeah, Waves have left 9 on base today.
Yeah, you definitely right about that.
Only one hitter who's reached his score. That was Griffin Merritt.
Yeah.
In the dirt. Ball 4. Maves trying to advance to third. He is safe.
Nearly an identical pitch. And a great throw from Matt Wood. You got to credit the hustle from Kyle Maves as soon as he saw that in the dirt. Off and running, and what a sequence of events here at Cardines.
Bang, bang play, and looking at that replay there, not so sure about the call on the field. Was close, but definitely a tight play there at third base, but great base running there by the Waves.
Waves have been aggressive all year. They lead the league in stolen bases. Going into last night, they were 38 for 46 in stolen base attempts. Top 3 runners in the league are on Ocean State. Kyle Maves leads as of last night with 11 stolen bases. Travis Honeyman has 9. Their aggressiveness has calmed down a little bit as the season started. I think we were 4 or 5 games in, and Honeyman already had his 9. Here's Greg Zackerson as a chat with Hoopengarner.
I'll tell you what, Wood's throw wasn't in time to get Maves at third base, but his throw down to second to gun down Hoy is huge right now. He got runners on the corners, and you could have had another runner potentially on the base pass that's now not there in a 1-run game, but it's exactly who you'd want up at the plate.
It's the first pitch to Vargas. Fastball into the back of the net. No one from Hoopengarner. Cut on a miss, strike 2.
Again, during the pregame, I said the key for Newport, it's all in pitching. Right now, looks like this game's going to come down to this pitching with such a low-scoring affair tonight.
Outside. Called strike 3, outside corner. Vargas goes down looking. The Waves lead 2 runners on again. It's 2-1 goals. Here's he head to the bottom of the 6th.
Oh yeah. Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Ryan Gleason on to pitch for Ocean State in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The newest Charleston Southern Buccaneer on the year for Ocean State has a 1.63 ERA, a 1-0 win-loss record. Appeared in 5 games. This will be now
The third time he's pitched against these Newport Gulls. He pitched every game of the Pell Bridge series. There's 11 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts to just 4 walks, only allowed 6 hits. That means opponents are hitting 171 against the lanky lefty from Laytonsville, Maryland.
Yeah, going to their best down to the bullpen. First it was Fernandez, who had given up just 1 earned run all season. And now you go to Gleason, who's given up just 2 earned runs all season. And what's been as much of a pitcher's duel as any game, at least you want to talk about runs-wise. These teams have both had their fair share of hits, but Newport has been able to get out of jams from a pitching perspective to hold on by the slimmest of margins so far.
Not many times we've said that we've got a pitcher's duel here at Cardines Field. You know, we've seen a lot of high-scoring affairs, and again, tonight, that's not the case. 2-1. Although the Waves have had hits, a lot of singles.
Well, it's Bryce Hewlett to lead things off against Gleason. First pitch, did it hit him or did it hit the bat? Or did it hit Will
something.
Bowers?
Hit something.
Well, no reaction by Hewlett, so you have to think it must have hit the bat.
Yeah, it must have got either Will Bowers or Johnny Tuccillo, and given the fact Tuccillo's going out to talk with Gleason, I think it got a piece of Mr. Bowers, a physics teacher at North Providence High School during the daytime.
And the benefit of having the proximity that we do to the plate here at Cardines Field and the effects, Mike, that we have here for our Newport Gulls home games is you can hear the little sounds like that. That was not too loud, but we could all hear it pretty clearly, but not a strike against Hewlett.
So the 1-0. Upstairs. 2-0. Upstairs and in, 3-0 quickly on Bryce Hewlett. In every inning since the second for the Gulls, the leadoff runner has gotten on and been stranded, as that's ball 4.
As the saying goes, nothing good comes out of a leadoff walk. Newport right now, they really need to get something going. It's that bullpen, you know, there's been so many points this year where it's looked great, and then one inning comes along, and suddenly the Newport Gulls give up a big number. I'm not saying that's going to happen tonight, but for the Gulls, insurance is huge right now.
Fastball for a called strike to Matt Wood. Wood 1 for 2 on the day, struck out and singled.
And it's not a knock against either one of these teams, but you have to figure, 2 runs, 1 run. You're going to need more than that to win a game, especially between these two high-powered offenses.
Gleason misses inside.
But this is baseball, right? You know, it's just a classic scenario. You've got 2 great offenses. How about a pitcher's duel, right?
Breaking pitch misses just up, I think. We have a little bit of an angle here where we can't really tell if it's out or in. Low, 3-1.
Coming out of the bullpen, a few control issues here, and for Newport, they've got the middle of the lineup up right now, but as I said before, there's no bad part of this lineup.
That's ripped up the middle onto Hoya at short, bobbles onto second for 1, over to first. In time, a double play for Ocean State as they get Mount Wood.
And when you're having control issues, that's a present and a half right there. Tailor-made double play. Even with the bobble, they were still able to turn it exactly what you want right now at this part of the ballgame.
Yeah, now you have 2 outs with C.J. Pitaro, who struck out twice today. Looked silly against Cody Witten both times up. That's a called strike.
And that can give you some confidence as a pitcher. He had 2 strikes and 7 balls with the bases clear, but your defense plays well behind you. Now you can fire away.
Cut on a missed off-speed offering from Gleason.
And what looked like might turn into a long inning for the Waves. An opportunity for 1-2-3 here.
Just inside to Pitaro. 1-2.
Close pitch there, really good breaking ball there.
Cut on a miss, strike 3. Gleason gets Pitaro to swing through a fastball at 91 miles an hour. So 1-2-3 strangely go with the Gulls here in the bottom half of the sixth. My broadcast partner, Zach Letson, will take it over in the top of the seventh. We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Back here at Cardines Field for the top of the seventh, and what's been a great ball game. 2-1 Gulls. Johnny Tuchillo to lead things off, the cleanup man. Skies this one. Into straightaway center. Kenny Oyama makes the catch for the first down. One pitch and one out in the seventh for Ethan Hoopengarner.
You know, Zach, it's been a great ball game, but we were just talking about it during the break. The pitching's unbelievable. You know, it's weird. Going into this game, that was the big storyline. Newport Gulls pitching. Is it the problem? Is that going to prevent them from being a championship team, from going the next step? And tonight, doesn't seem to be a problem.
First pitch, a home run swing coming from Slade Wilkes. Swings and misses for strike one. And he watches this pitch in the dirt. Ethan Hoopengarner, 2 1/3 innings through. 35 pitches in. Has kept the Waves off of the scoreboard. As the first arm out of the bullpen for Kevin Winterode. As this 1-1 skips a little too sharp.
And what makes this performance by the Newport Gulls pitching so impressive is the fact that it's coming against the Ocean State Waves.
As this one shot in the air. Might stay in play. Pizarro going over, and it'll get into the seats.
And I say that, Zach, because last time these two teams faced, we've said it before, I'll say it again, the Newport Gulls pitching staff looked very amateur, giving up 12 runs. Tonight, 1 run through 6 innings.
Quite the story here tonight, and if Newport can hold the Waves to that run total for the rest of the game, be a new season high. Season best, rather, as this one is shot into left field, but Kylie's underneath it, and he makes the catch. Couple of flyouts to the outfield to begin things in the bottom of the seventh. Top of the seventh, rather. Well, Newport's best pitching performance came exactly a week ago against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, collectively when they allowed 2 runs on the road. And of course, last night, Newport got a outstanding start from Kellen Tullio.
And an interesting thing is, both of those pitching performances tonight and against Martha's Vineyard came after they lost 2 straight.
0-1 is upstairs. Well, the Gulls have not lost 3 straight all season long. It's been a team that has done a lot of winning. The first team to get to 6-1 through 7 games since the 2012 championship team, and currently at 9-5. As this is a sharp breaker that is grounded foul to the left side by Griffin Merritt, the Ocean State left fielder. One of many hits, one of 9 hits that the Waves have tonight, but they only have 1 run to show for.
And when the Gulls lose, they don't lose without a fight. They go down fighting all the way till the end. The only team that beat them handedly was the Ocean State Waves.
Pitch upstairs.
Again, last night, just a heartbreaking defeat, losing on a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, against the Westerners.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this pitch is upstairs. The count runs full. A lot of close games that Newport's been a part of this year. Last night they were on the wrong side, but against the Waves on the right side earlier in the year in Game 1 of Pellbridge Series. And this pitch is hit hard, but right to Justin Guerrera. Fields throws over to first. 1-2-3 go the Waves in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch at Cardings Field. Newport by 1 as we head to the home half of the 7th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Head to the home half of the 7th. Time to stretch at Cardines Field. Before we get back to the action, let's toss it over to John Perrick to give us a quick look around the NECBL.
Thank you, Zach. Well, right now in the top of the 7th in Vermont, the Mountaineers lead over the Sanford Mainers 5-3. And then over in Bristol, it's the Mystic Schooners up 6-1. They put up a 5 spot in the 4th, and that game's in the top of the 8th.
Well, new arm on the bump for Ocean State. It's Nate McLean, another strong reliever for Ocean State in the young year. He faces 8-9-1 here in the 7th. First pitch, 2 inside to Grayson Moore.
Yeah, McLean on the year for Ocean State, the Rutgers Scarlet Knight. 1.92 ERA, appeared in 3 games, 4 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, just 3 walks.
1-0 is shot back foul from Moore. Pair of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging for Grayson Moore in this pitcher's duel between the two teams. A lot of runs in games 1 and 2. Not the case tonight.
1 bucket before McLean is the hits. Opponents hitting .333 off of him. However, they all are singles.
Another pitch fouled back from Grayson Moore in the DH spot tonight for Newport. It's played in left, and he's pitched on the mound. And in his 6th game in the lineup for the Newport Gulls.
But you have to think the winner of this ballgame tonight, they're not going to win in a 1-run, 2-1 affair.
1-2 swing and a miss from Moore for strike number 3. His 3rd strikeout of the night, and Nate McLean begins his outing strongly with a punch out to start the 7th.
You know, as great as the pitching has been on both sides, at the end of the day, we've got explosive offenses, and I've just got this feeling that one of these teams, at least the winning team, is going to find a way to put up a number on that scoreboard before this game's over.
First pitch to Spencer Smith, grounded sharply to the second baseman Maves, over to first in time. Quickly, 2 down. Maves, of course, made the switch from third base to second base with the addition of Nick Hassan to the ballgame, who stands at third. And the game continues to move quickly. Now the top of the order for Newport with Kenny Oyama. Reached base his last time up via a walk. And he looks at a first pitch fastball that's too high and outside. It's 1-0. Oh for 2 with that walk tonight, and 1 for 4 last night against Danbury. He walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning after a base hit from Dawson Brigman. 2-0 to the Gulls leadoff man. Looks at a pitch upstairs, and a pitch away from potentially walking for a second straight plate appearance. Connor Kiley behind Oyama if he can extend this inning. 3-0. Fastball too far upstairs, and Kenny Oyama, a 4-pitch walk to keep the home half of the 7th alive for Newport.
Number 2, Connor Kiley.
Just walk number 4 issued by Nate McLean so far in the season. Here's Connor Kiley. First pitch is too high and tight. It's 1-0. Kiley a 1 for 2 night. Singled and scored in the 1st. And reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. This pitch is upstairs. 6 straight balls out of the hand of McLean after the leadoff strikeout to Moore. And it's 2-0. Oyama with some speed on first. 2-1 ball game. Think he might take off. 2-0. Big swing and a miss on a fastball. Blew it right by Kiley. It's 2-1. A .307 hitter with no homers and 5 RBI. Back in the lineup tonight for the Gulls. Big lead for Oyama. And now McLean steps off the bump briefly. Certainly you'd have to think that's in the back of his mind. 2-1. Just gets a piece, does Kiley. It counts even at 2-2. As low scoring of a ball game as Newport has played in this season. 2-2. Hit high in the air down the right field line. This ball tails foul. Near the new Cardines Field scoreboard. In its first year with Newport Gulls baseball, made its debut last summer for the Newport Collegiate Baseball League. Big lead off of first for Oyama. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kiley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. So McLean gets out of trouble after the walk to Oyama. And it's still a 2-1 ball game as we head to the final 2 frames. Don't go anywhere. Listen to Newport Gulls baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Six outs to get for a Newport Gulls victory. 7, 8, and 9 for the Waves. First pitch to Nick Hassan in his second at bat comes in high. Hassan replaced Alex Ramirez, who's playing second, and Hassan moved to third base. Home run swing, trying to tie the game with one swing, swings and misses. It's 1-1.
And this is the point of the ball game where Newport struggled recently, closing out the game. You've got 6 outs for a win. Can you close it out?
Hassan hits this one back to the fence.
And in the pregame, it was Coach Greg Zackerson. He's Newport's pitching coach, and he was talking about, well, I asked him, how do you close a game? It's all about throwing strikes.
1-2. Grounded hard back up the middle. Smith able to get it up across the diamond. And the scoop by Hewlett at first in time. Big first down here in the 8th.
The designated hitter, number 19.
One away. Here's Walker Birchfield,
Birchfield.
the DH from Tulane. 5 outs to work with if you're the Ocean State Waves. Ethan Hoopengarner has been great for Newport in his 4th inning of work. First pitch swinging, grounds it to Pizarro from one corner of the diamond to the other, and there's 2 down.
Oh, he's been more than great, Zach. Ethan Hoopengarner, since he's come in this ballgame, he's just got this great flow going, not wasting any time. He's got multiple first pitch outs. He's just forcing the Waves to put the ball in play and letting his defense do the work.
The shortstop.
Quickly 2 outs here in the 8th. Here's Dylan Hoy, who's given Newport some trouble tonight. Reached base 3 separate times, largely in part to the speed of the Marist Red Fox. Set a first pitch, gets the strike zone. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, and then a beautiful bunt. Laid down the 3rd baseline, got him aboard in the 6th inning. 0-1. Set a sharp curveball, drops in there for strike number 2. Hitting .250 on the season, no homers and 9 RBI. If he can get on, he'll bring the top part of this order up for Ocean State for the 5th time tonight. 0-2. Able to hold up his swing on a ball outside. It's 1-2. Hoopengarner 53 pitches in. 3 2/3 innings, looking to polish off his 4th inning of sensational bullpen work. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, he has done just that. 4 shutout innings for Ethan Hoopengarner on the bump. And the Gulls 3 outs away from a victory. Head to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Newport over Ocean State on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Own course. Set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been the best anywhere is right.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
We head to the home half of the 8th here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, and for the first time since closing out the NCBL Championship here at Cardines Field. Sean Gamlin, the local RIC kid, is out on the bump for the bottom of the 8th for the Ocean State Waves.
Yeah, and what a surprise. It's another Waves reliever with a sub-2 ERA. Gamlin 1-0 on the year, 1.80 ERA, 5 games, has 2 saves. Eric Hirschbein and Bodner opting to use him in the 8th today. 5 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits. Opponents hitting just 118 off of the hard-throwing righty from Rick.
Well, it closes the line on Nate McLean, who went an inning and punched out 2, walked 1. And these Ocean State relievers yet to give up a run out of the bullpen tonight. Newport has not scored since their 2 all the way back in the first inning. It's Sam Cochran to lead things off. Set a first pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
But if you're Newport, you've got the guys you want up right now. Guerrera on deck. Cochran's at the plate right now. Hewlett's in the 3-hole. This is who you want to try to get some much-needed insurance runs here in the 8th.
1-0 to the 3-hitter. Swings and misses at this pitch on a fastball. Something that we're accustomed to seeing with Sean Gamlin. It's 1-1. One of the biggest hits of this ball game. Belongs to Sam Cochran. A double over the head of Albert Choi in center field. Ended up scoring, as did Connor Kiley. Newport's only 2 runs came back in that first inning. One. Swing and a miss from Cochran. On a pitch low this time, it's 1-2.
Newport's never faced Gamlin, but with a 1.80 ERA, he's definitely been impressive on the bump for Ocean State so far this year.
Yeah, it took him until the game against Martha's Vineyard, which he actually got the win to allow a hit. That was his 4th appearance of the year.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the Newport right fielder. Here it comes. Able to foul tip it and just stay alive. .333 hitter coming into tonight is Sam Cochran. The only goal that can say played in all 15 games to this point. A hit last night and a hit tonight. 1-2. On the outside part of the plate, ring him up for strike 3. What a pitch from Sean Gamlin on the outer part of the plate. And gets Cochran looking for the 2nd time tonight to start off the 8th.
Yeah, Gamlin just able to nick the zone with that backdoor slider. Velocity difference about 10 miles an hour between the fastball and the slider for Gamlin.
Well, now it's cleanup man Justin Guerrera. I think he'd say he's due for a hit tonight, 0 for 2, but reached on a hit-by pitch in the 4th. Set this first pitch off speed and upstairs. And Newport's biggest swing last night, a 2-run home run for the Gulls. Out in what was a little bit of a homecoming for Justin. Out in Danbury, Watertown, Connecticut native. One-0. Fastball he's able to lay off, and it's 2-0.
And he had his family there in Danbury last night, and his father making the trip here to Newport tonight. Always a good feeling, especially for these summer collegiate baseball players. You know, you're away from your family for the whole entire summer, and for them to make the trip down has to be a good feeling.
2-0. It's hit high in the air, and it goes foul. I talked to Joseph before tonight and before a lot of the games. A family that's dedicated to coming out and watching their son play. And Bristol and Danbury, a couple of the closer places for them to watch, but they love coming out to Cardines Field. 2-1 to Guerrero with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gamlin blows it by him on a pitch upstairs, and it's 2-2. He has a big hit. He has a big swing this season against the Ocean State Waves. A solo home run when Newport was up 1 in the top of the 9th. And that first victory Newport had over Ocean State this season. 2-2. It's a piece. Drives it foul. We'll do it again.
Right now, Jimmy Kingsbury warming up in the Newport Gulls bullpen. And as dominant as Hoop and Garner's been, interesting to see that they might go to the pen here.
4 innings of shutout baseball for Hoop and Garner after Jack Aldrich. 4 innings, gave up just 1 run. 2-2. Shot high in the air, but it goes foul. What a battle between Guerrera and Gamlin.
Yeah, Gamlin typically a 2-pitch pitcher, fastball slider, which we've seen. He'll throw a changeup occasionally, but I don't think it's a pitch he's going to feel comfortable throwing in a situation like this.
2-2 with the bases empty. Newport looking for a big insurance run. A 2-1 ball game. Gamlin set. 2-2. Got the way off another pitch. Skips in the dirt. And the count is run to its fullest.
A lot of Gulls fans here in the crowd want something out of Newport's top power slugger right now.
Pitch number 8 coming up in this battle between one of Ocean State's best against one of Newport's best at the plate right now. Payoff pitch. Stays alive, and we'll do it again.
Guerrera, he's not going down without a fight right now. Full count, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Newport in a 1-run game. They need base runners. They haven't really had that many scoring opportunities tonight. And right now they need to create one.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sean Gamlin able to strike out Justin Guerrera, back-to-back Ks to start the 8th inning.
It's been a night of pitching, plain and simple, on both sides. Excellent pitching, a little early action. The Gulls putting up a 2 spot in the first, the Waves with their lone run in the second, but since then, pure dominance by both sides on the bump.
Here's Bryce Hewlett, Newport's first baseman. Base is empty in the bottom of the 8th with 2 down. He's had a first pitch low. He's got one of Newport's 6 hits, and probably the biggest hit in this ball game, a 2 RBI single, responsible for all the runs driven in for the Gulls tonight. Off the wall in right field. 1-0 pitch. Swings in, chops it. What a play by Vargas, able to glove it, throws over to first. Gamlin covers, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Gulls. 3 outs away from a victory. 2-1 Newport over Ocean State as we head to the 9th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
3 outs to get for a Newport Gulls victory. 2-1 they lead over the Ocean State Waves. The day is over for Ethan Hoopengarner. What a day it was. 4 shutout innings out of the bullpen when he gave up 3 hits. No runs allowed, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And they toss things over to a Newport Gulls starter, Jimmy Kingsbury, looking to close the door here in the 9th inning. On the year for Kingsbury, he has made 3 appearances, all in a starting role, 14 1/3 innings pitched, a 5.02 ERA with 8 earned runs given up and 17 strikeouts, which is second, on the Newport Gulls this season. He has 3 outs to get and will have to go against the top of this order. But before we get into that, let's send it over to my broadcast partner, John Perrick, to take us through one final look around the NECBL.
Thank you, Zach. Well, the Keene Swamp Bats right now have a 5-2 lead over the Winnipesaukee Muskrats. That game's in the bottom of the 8th. And in the top of the 6th, it's the Martha's Vineyard Sharks with a 7-1 lead over the Valley Blue Sox.
And a nail-biter here at historic Cardines Field, 2-1. In a game that's been about the pitching. Ocean State needs 1 run to keep things going. First, it's Kyle Maves. Set a pitch upstairs. He's ahead of 1-0. Maves has reached base twice today. He singled in the 2nd, and he walked in the 6th, but was stranded at 3rd. Looks at this pitch, gets the zone. A 1-for-3 day overall for the leadoff man from Quinnipiac. 1-1. Outside, it's 2-1.
And we've seen this now a few times where Winter Road has decided to go with one of his primarily starters and put them in the bullpen. We saw it against Danbury with Justin Cherry. Now here's Kingsbury.
This pitch gets outside, and good hitters count for Maves, the leadoff man, ahead 3-1. Choi and Vargas to follow. Takes this pitch, just gets the outside part. And the count is run full. Kingsbury gets a strike back. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch. Looks at this pitch down low, and the tying run is on base. Kyle Maves earns his 2nd walk of the ball game to start the 9th.
Not the start you want for Newport. Leadoff walk, we've seen it a few times. We saw it against Danbury when the Gulls pitchers late in that game started giving up leadoff walks, and those leadoff walks turned into runs against Danbury. That was last week in kind of Newport's last real tight game here at Cardines Field.
Newport has given up 5 walks tonight. Maves has 2 of them. And the man at the plate, Albert Choi, has one of them himself. He squares around to bunt, and it's a good one. Softly, as Pitaro barehands it, throws to first, and it squeaks out of the glove of Hewlett, as now Maves advances to 3rd. Heads up base running from Kyle Maves puts the tying run 90 feet away.
That was an excellent bunt there by Maves. And as a leadoff hitter, being able to bunt and with your speed, being able to get on first safely, huge advantage for Ocean State. And now no outs, man on the corners. Here we go for the Waves.
As good of an opportunity as they have had all night, and that is saying something, because they have had their fair share. But someone who you would want up. 3 base hits tonight for Xavier Vargas.
Rather, that was Choi on the bunt. Maves advancing to 3rd.
Swings at the first pitch and knocks some of his protective gear off, fouls it back. Well, it goes down as an error for C.J. Pitaro, Newport's 3rd baseman, trying to make a tough play charging that bunt. And it bounced, took a rough bounce for Newport's first baseman, Hewlett. Maves the tying run at 3rd, 0-1. Swung on a hit high in the air, foul, as Troy was off and running to 2nd.
Again, here we go again. The big headline entering this game, Newport, they've had trouble closing games. How can they close a game tonight? And for the most part, especially in the 8th inning, it looked like Newport was going to be able to do this a little smoothly. Hoopengarner in a groove. Right now, things are interesting.
I think it's interesting that Kevin Winterow choosing to play the middle infielders at double play depth, willing to give the out for a run here with no outs.
And no one for Newport really playing in on the grass. Choi at first is the go-ahead run. Maves is the tying run. And Xavier Vargas, who has 3 singles tonight. 300 hit balls in the first, third, and fifth.
One thing I can think of just positioning-wise is just the speed of Choi at first. But even that, I think that Spencer Smith would be in at short.
0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Big bounce back for Jimmy Kingsbury for the first out.
And that's exactly what you need. You've got men on the corners. If Vargas puts any ball in play, likely there's either a play at the plate or the run scores right there. Strikeout, just what you need.
Well, here's Johnny Tuccillo. Doesn't get a whole lot easier. He's got 2 hits tonight and a home run earlier in the season against the Newport Gulls. Able to hold up on the first pitch outside. Singles in the first and fifth inning, a 2-for-4 day for the Stony Brook catcher. A base hit, even a sacrifice fly could get the job done with 1 out in the ninth. Ocean State down 1 and down to their final 2 outs. Tried holding up his swing on this time, and he could not. It's 1-1.
Last night, Ted Regan told me that even though the Gulls lost, it was a productive loss because he felt that they became more instinctive.
As the 1-1 is hit high in the air, but it goes foul.
He felt that they became more instinctive for situational baseball, knowing what to do in certain ins and outs, knowing or advancing your baseball IQ. And tonight, let's see how they can learn from that situation, especially Kingsbury.
1-2 to the catcher. Here it comes. Choi off and running. Pitches upstairs, and no throw from Matt Wood. A big-time stolen base for Albert Choi. Eliminates the double play and now puts the potential go-ahead run in scoring position.
And infield playing in for the Gulls. No surprise there. That being the tying run, 90 feet away.
2-2 to Tuccillo. Here it comes. It's chopped hard. Pat and Smith able to backhand it. Throws over to first. No play there, and the ball game is tied. An infield single for Johnny Tuccillo knots us up at 2.
Great situational hitting it right in the gap, a play where Smith had absolutely nothing to do except just try to get it out at first. And now, here we go, the Waves answered. Tie game, 2-2. They're still in this inning.
Yeah, once again, Johnny Tuccillo just coming in clutch for Ocean State. He's been that hitter all year.
As here's Slade Wilkes. He looks at a first pitch strike.
Got a chance for more for the Waves.
Wilkes been on base once today with a walk.
And with the power of Slade Wilkes, a pop-up could get out.
This pitch gets away from Wood, and both runners advance.
And right now, this is where Kingsbury really has to start to be resilient. He's got to pitch with conviction here. You know, you just gave up the lead, but now you can't transfer the lead over to Ocean State. You have to keep this game tied going to the ninth. And with 1 out here, and with the Waves threatening, it's easier said than done.
Now the infield creeps back in. And that go-ahead run is standing at third base. 1-1. Swing and a miss from Wilkes. It's 1-2.
And way to come back right there with a big swinging strike. And now can you get another strikeout again for the Waves? It's all situational hitting. Need a fly ball. Need a ground ball to the right side.
Newport looking for a play at home. 1-2. Shot in the air, foul. Do it again. Well, there will be a bottom of the ninth inning for the Gulls, and it'll be Wood, Pizarro, and Moore due up in that frame. Right now, a tie ball game in the top of the ninth. 1-2 is in there for strike 3. Huge pitch out of the arm of Jimmy Kingsbury and a second strikeout here in the ninth.
Needed that. Absolute gutsy pitch by Kingsbury right there. And again, that's what I was talking about, being resilient. You give up the pass ball, 2-man advance, they're in scoring position, and he comes back with another clutch strikeout. That's 2 so far in this inning. But now the question is, will Newport be hitting in the bottom of the ninth, tied, and a chance to win it, or are they going to have to come back?
Here's Griffin Merritt. He takes a big swing and a miss at the first pitch for strike 1. Merritt had the first run of this ball game. He singled to lead off the second and came around to score. The only run that Ocean State had on the board until we got here. 7 innings later. 0-1. He's on the outer part, and Kingsbury's ahead 0-2.
And that was a pitch to drive right there. I think that's the best pitch he's going to get in this at-bat. Now ahead in the count. Don't give him something to hit, but don't risk putting something in the dirt and maybe throwing a pass ball or a wild pitch and allowing the run to score.
Choi at third base, Tuchillo at second. 2 down in the top of the 9th. 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Jimmy Kingsbury bounces back and strikes out the side to end the top of the 9th. We're all tied up as we head to the last of the 9th inning. Don't go anywhere. It's a great game here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
The bottom of the 9th in a tie ball game, 2-2 here as we go to the home half of the 9th after Ocean State adds 1 in the top of this frame and a pitching change as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, it's going to be Cade Keeler for Ocean State, the righty out of Campbell, the Fighting Camels down in North Carolina. 5-2 record for them this year. This is his first appearance for Ocean State. He appeared in 16 games, started 8 of those, got a save as well. 44 innings pitched, 51 hits, 23 runs, 19 of which were earned. Struck out 41 in 44 innings, walked just 22.
And he will be tasked with 6, 7, and 8 in the Newport lineup. Matt Wood, CJ Pizarro, and Grayson Moore.
And right now with Martha's Vineyard leading over Valley right now 7-1. If Newport comes back and wins this game here, they will be tied, and if Martha's Vineyard holds on, they will both be tied for second, only a half game back of the Valley Blue Sox. So depending on how this game goes, the standings could really go all over the place.
What an opportunity for your first game back after the injury. Matt Wood will lead things off for the Gulls. The Penn State catcher began his night with a single on the very first pitch he saw in the second inning, but has since not reached base. A strikeout swinging in the fourth and a 6-4-3 double play in the sixth inning. A 1-for-3 day. First pitch from Keulers downstairs at 94 miles an hour out of the arm.
And if there's somebody who wants to be up in this situation and who's been waiting to be up in this situation, it's Matt Wood.
1-0 is driven hard. One hop to the second baseman. Maves on to first in time. Hit hard, but right at Kyle Maves, and there's one away.
Yeah, it was a great piece of hitting. You know, he hit it hard on a hop, just right at him at second base.
There's CJ Pizarro for Newport, the 7-hitter.
Number 13, CJ.
Back in the lineup tonight And has struck it out 3 times. All swinging. So this first pitch down low. He's ahead 1-0. The pitch. His pitch is down low. It's 2-0 to Pitaro. There was a run by the Waves that tied this ball game up in the top of the 9th inning. An RBI infield single for Johnny Tuccillo brought us even. What's been a great pitcher's duel at Cardines Field tonight. 2-0. He's grounded this time softly. Who will field it? It'll be Maves. Flips over with a glove to first, and he got him. Oh my.
That was an interesting decision by Maves there to go with the glove flip. Looked like he had time to try to transfer it, but nonetheless, they still get the out.
Yeah, I really don't think it was the time there. I think it was the distance to Vargas at first. He could have probably flipped it with his hand, but that was one of those in-betweeners that, you know, Maves and Vargas haven't played too much together on the same side this year.
Who needs a right arm? Well, here we go for the Gulls. Instead of Grayson Moore, it's Dawson Brigman who comes off the bench for Newport.
Brigman leading the team in batting average, coming to this game batting .359, and a golden opportunity to extend that batting average.
Looks at a first pitch outside. Had a huge night for Newport last night. That heartbreaking loss. Reached base 5 different times, including 3 hits, a double and a pair of singles. 1-0. Pitch is too high and tight. It's 2-0. His very first game with the Newport Gulls, his debut against the Ocean State Waves. He hit a home run.
The only home run that he's got on the year. Why not hit his second right here and send us all home?
2-0. Able to hold off as Tuccillo tried the frame, but it wasn't there. It's 3-0. Looks at a strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 3-1. Spencer Smith behind Brigman if this inning continues in the 9th spot. 3-1 pitch. Fastball, and he knocks it back foul, and the count is full.
And considering the fact that Newport's coming off 2 bad losses, right now a walk-off would really go a long way for just building more team chemistry and getting the Gulls back into the winning column.
3-2. It's too high upstairs, and Dawson Brigman with life for the Gulls in the bottom of the 9th. He earns a walk, and Newport with a winning run on base.
And you can feel a little bit of energy coming out of the Gulls crowd right now, even though there's 2 outs, with the top of the lineup lurking and Spencer Smith coming up. Don't count the Gulls out just yet here in the bottom of the 9th. Extra innings baseball, not yet the case.
The only goal with multiple hits tonight, and just like that, after Brigman comes in the game, he earns a walk. He's out of the ball game as Jordan Rogers into pinch run at first base, representing the winning run.
And he's a guy who's got a lot of speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him going.
Takes a big lead as Smith swings and misses at the first pitch.
We'll say it's going to be tough to steal a bag with Kuehler anywhere between 92 and 94 on the fastball, and the absolute cannon of Tuccillo behind the plate.
Smith, the only goal with multiple hits tonight. 2 of them, 2 singles. 0-1. Gets a piece and into the catcher's mitt. Behind quickly 0-2. Newport looking to walk it off. Ocean State, after tying this game in the 9th, a pitch away from sending us to extras, something the Newport Gulls have not participated in yet in the 2021 season. 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive as Rogers was off and running. Two runs for Newport in the first inning. That is all they have tonight. And it's all they've needed to this point. Both teams have had their opportunities. A lot of men left on base between each side. 0-2 to the Gulls shortstop. First to check in on Rogers. He's back in time. Singles in the third and the fifth for Spencer Smith.
And Smith, the only goal with multiple hits tonight.
His pitch is upstairs, and Tuchillo thought Rogers might be off and running. It's 1-2.
Crowd ready to erupt here in Newport.
One stolen base on the season for Rogers, a later addition for the Gulls. 1-2 is a swing and a miss for strike number 3. The Ocean State Waves send us to extra innings, 2-2, as we go to the 10th here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is New
With you in banking and life.
Back here at Cardinals Field, take you through the format, at least for Zach and I, in extra innings. I'll take the top half of the innings. He'll take the bottom half in NECBL format. The runner starts on second base. It will be the last batted out. So for Ocean State, that is Griffin Merritt, the right fielder from Cincinnati. But there's a new pitcher. Zach, tell us about Logan Wood.
Yeah, it's Logan Wood out of Michigan. We just saw Michigan Wolverine pinch run on the base pass. Now we see the other Michigan Wolverine, Logan Wood, take the bump for Newport. This is his fourth appearance on the season, 6 1/3 innings pitched on the young year. Giving up 8 hits, 4 runs, just 3 of them earned, with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks.
For the Waves, he'll have to deal with Nick Hassan, who came on to pinch hit for Alex Ramirez in the top of the 5th inning. He flew out to right to end that, then grounded out 6-3 in the 8th. So we'll see if Hassan is bunting. That has usually been the move for the Waves in extras this year. Hassan squares. Bunt's popped up. It'll get down. Little excuse me play over to first. Hassan is out, but the runner gets to third. What were the Newport Gulls thinking in Bryce Hewlett and Logan Wood?
What just happened? That ball was hit right in between. And like you said, I can't believe Wood was able to bounce back and make that play. It's a huge first out, but at the end of the day, it gets the job done for Ocean State.
Yeah, it's exactly what you needed. It brings up Walker Birchfield in a fly ball or anything past the grass in the infield, scores a run.
And Newport very fortunate just to get it out there.
First pitch to Walker Birchfield, breaking ball misses outside.
For the record, pitching for Newport, Logan Wood, number 19.
Birchfield flies that to deep left. Kylie is back. It is gone. A big country bomb for Walker Birchfield as the Waves take a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, what a swing for Birchfield, who's trying to get settled in here for a little bit. His biggest swing is an Ocean State Wave coming right there. Got all over that pitch and pulled it. What a huge swing here in the 10th.
Yeah, huge swing of momentum. The Waves, this game means a lot to them, and you see them outside celebrating in front of the 2 dugouts. It's 4-2 Ocean State here in the top of the 10th.
And a great time for their first extra base hit of the night, and boy, was it a loud one.
Yeah, total distance on that, 401 feet from Walker Birchfield, 97 miles an hour off the bat. How does Dylan Hoy follow that up? That misses inside.
Yeah, considering he hit it between the 330 and 357 signs out there in left field. Cleared it by a pretty good amount.
Outside, 2-0 on Hoy.
But again, tonight, another classic example where the Newport Gulls, they're just struggling at closing baseball games. Again, they came into the ninth with the lead. Kingsbury a blown save. And right here, Newport giving the lead to the Waves.
Hoy flies that down the left field line. Kiley is over, heading towards the bullpen. He'll make the catch in fair territory for out number 2.
I'm not saying that this game's over by any means, but moving forward, Newport really needs to address their bullpen issue. And if they don't, becoming a championship team becomes that much harder. Rarely do you see a team go all the way without having a consistent bullpen and also a consistent starting rotation.
So it's Kyle Maves now, top of the lineup for Ocean State. Breaking ball behind him for ball 1. Breaking ball misses high, 2-0. We'll see if Keeler comes out for the bottom of the 10th. It's 2-0 on Maves. Fastball for a called strike. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Will Bowers. It's 2-2 on Kyle Maves.
Well, good job by Wood here, just settling down after giving up that 2-run home run. Gets the second out, and now here an opportunity for a strikeout.
2-2. Breaking ball outside. We've gone full. And the payoff. Maves rips that foul down the left field line. We'll do it again.
Gulls have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 10th.
There's a foul ball. I think it's picked up in foul territory by the catcher Wood, so we'll do it once more.
Love to see a replay of that. From our angle, it looked like it just hit his glove and he didn't catch it.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything, and as Zach said earlier, really nice field mics down there. Gets the effects really well. Payoff again. He did not go around. It's ball 4. It's a 2-out walk for Kyle Maves.
Yeah, it's his third walk of the night, and something Ocean State, for better or worse, when they've been able to get runs across, one thing they've been able to do almost every inning is get guys on base, and it continues this rally, and already pushed 2 runs across, and now you got the heart of the order looking for more.
Albert Choi up now. Choi's reached base twice today, a walk and an error. That's inside.
Runner goes. Choi grounds that over to third. It's off the glove of Pitaro. Mave's going to make it all the way to third. The throw is cut off by Smith. It'll be a second E5 for Albert Choi to reach.
Yeah, tough break for Pitaro. Looked like it took a very sharp hop, before it got to his glove, and that is huge. And what's a 2-run ball game, not by any stretch of the imagination, a ball game that's over. But if you can tack on some runs in what's been a low-scoring ball game and a Waves bullpen that has not given up a run tonight, you give yourself a great chance to polish this one off.
Well, it's Xavier Vargas now. Vargas 3 for 5 on the day. It's ball 1. That's flied out. It sounded like a broken bat, and Vargas is going to go get some new lumber. Well, I think he's good.
Of course, Birchfield with a home run tonight, but someone else that just has a lot of raw power, and the guy standing at the plate right now.
So runners on first and third. Vargas cuts and misses. It's 1-2.
And with 2 strikes here, 2 outs, 2 men on, this is an opportunity where Logan Wood really has to be a bulldog, just get an out and get his bats back up at the plate with an opportunity to come back.
1-2 from Wood. Cut on a miss, strike 3, gets Vargas to swinging. It's Vargas to chase. However, the Waves take a 4-2 lead behind a big country bomb from Walker Birchfield. We'll be right back here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
The Newport Gulls need 2 runs and have 3 outs to work with. And to try to get those 3 outs on the mound, a new arm for the Waves, it's Thomas Balboni.
Yeah, Balboni out of Northeastern. It plays for head coach Mike Glavin, the brother of Hall of Famer Tom Glavin. 0-1 record on the year, and again, surprise, surprise, another Waves reliever with a sub-2 ERA, 1.50. Appeared in 3 games, all out of the Cove for Ocean State. 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits. Opponents hitting just 143. Got the loss in his first appearance where he went 2 innings, allowed a run, 2 hits. That was against Valley, but last time out against Vineyard, that was 4 days ago on Monday. Went 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 1. So Balboni, somebody again who has been shut down for the Waves all year.
Well, this, the 7th arm that Ocean State has gone to tonight, and their bullpen has not given up a run. After Witten gave up the 2 in the first, the Ocean State Waves pitching staff has put up 8 zeros in the bottom part of our scoreboard at Cardines Field. 1 more gets them a win, but Newport will have their opportunity to fight. It's the top of the order for the Gulls here in the 9th inning with Kenny Oyama, Connor Kiley, and Sam Cochran.
And Spencer Smith will be the runner on second base.
And during the break, Newport's hitting coach Ted Regan met with the team outside the dugout. And if I was to guess the message that he was sending them, I would say that of resilience. You know, all year long, he's been preaching resilience. And tonight, if Newport's going to win this game, they're going to have to show a lot of resilience.
Oh, the run on second to begin. Tying run is already at the plate with Kenny Oyama. Has walked 2 times tonight. Coming in the 5th and the 7th. No hits yet for the center fielder. At first, Balboni will give a look to Smith over on second base.
Yeah, that's more to see if Oyama is going to square right away. If they're going to bunt, Hassan is even with the bag at third. Vargas playing all the way back at first. Be interesting to see if the play is for Balboni to get it quick and throw over to third if the bunt is down.
First pitch is high to Oyama. It's 1-0.
Regan told me that he's been telling these players, if they want to be pro, they need to know what pro stands for. Preparedness, resilience, and ownership.
Newport's leadoff man, 5 hits so far in the young season. Looks at a 1-0 that gets the outer part of the plate. A good job to paint the corner by Balboni to even the count at 1-1. 4 runs on 11 hits for the Ocean State Waves, including 2 that came in the top of this inning on a 2-run shot from Walker Birchfield. As Oyama squares around to bunt and pops it up. Tuchillo with the dive, makes the catch. Oh, did he drop the ball? They will say that he held on for the out. What a play.
Johnny Tuchillo has been all over this baseball field today. Just an absolutely insane catch from the Stony Brook Seawolf.
He's just an athlete. Just a competitor and an athlete all in one. He really has those intangibles that you look as a coach just looking for. He's the X factor, I would say, on this Waves team.
Here's Connor Kiley. He swings at the first pitch and drives it into straightaway center. Choi is there and makes the catch. And just like that, Newport is down to their final out.
But if there's a guy that you want at the plate representing your final out and representing the tying run, it's Sam Cochran.
Right fielder.
The team leader in hits with 19 of them. And Newport needs one desperately here to keep this wild game alive.
And hopefully get the baseball game to Justin Guerrera, Newport's hottest hitter coming into tonight.
Runner on second is Smith. Tying run at the plate with Cochran. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Had a big double in the first inning for the Gulls to straightaway center field over the head of Choi. Striking out 3 times since then.
And since then, Newport really hasn't done anything offensively. So if you're looking for a silver lining, well, they're due right now.
The Gulls go as he goes. 0-1 to the right fielder. Here's the pitch. Swings it a fastball and chops it hard. So Hoy throws across the diamond in time, and there's your ball game. The Ocean State Waves win a wild game here at Cardines Field by a score of 4-2 in extra innings. We'll break it all down for you on the Gulls postgame show coming up next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. many times can I say, oh yeah?
I'm Becky Gibble, and this is Simply Southern New England, where we'll bring you the best of what this area has to offer. Whether you're looking to explore new neighborhoods, try something new, or stay connected, we'll bring you the best food, fun, and people that make this area what it is. This is Simply Southern New England.
Simply Southern New England is brought to you by Harbor One Bank, with you in banking and life.
Welcome you back to Cardines Field. This ball game in the books. A fantastic Game 3 between the Newport Gulls and the Ocean State Waves in a Pell Bridge series. A second of 3 games between these two that has been a nail-biter. Newport won the first tight game, and Ocean State, they come out on top in the first game between these two at Cardines Field by a score of 4-2. With that, we welcome you to the Newport Gulls post-game show. Zach Letson joined alongside the broadcaster for the Waves, Tim Joyce, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, John Perrick. And offense was really the story between these two and the first 2 matchups. That not the story tonight. It was all about the pitching.
Yeah, I mean, you got 7 shutout innings from the Waves bullpen. Just a stable of arms coming out for the Waves. Timely hitting when it needed for the Waves.
Yeah, and for Newport, they score those 2 runs in the bottom of the first, but this was an offense that was really stymied by the Waves' arms tonight, as Tim said.
No, it totally was, you know. But, Zach, this is what baseball is. You know, going into the game, we thought, all right, if Newport's able to throw strikes, if they're able to get out of big jams, if they're able to limit the walks tonight, they're going to be victorious. Well, they did all of those things, yet they lost the game. And for Newport, at the end of the day, you've got to be happy with the performance that your pitching staff gave you today. And the loss can't overshadow the fact that you held one of the best offenses in the league to 2 runs through 9 innings. An outstanding performance by Newport's pitching staff. Unfortunately, in the end, it goes down as a loss.
Well, you mentioned the arms for Newport. It was Jack Aldrich that made his second start as a Newport Goal, went 4 innings and yielded just 1 earned run, gave up 4 hits. And Ethan Hoopengarner was fantastic out of the bullpen for Newport after that. 4 innings to match Aldrich, 3 hits, and no earned runs with 4 strikeouts on the board and 2 walks as the Gulls fall just short in this one. Thanks to a 2-run shot from Walker Birchfield. That was the difference in this one.
Yeah, 400-foot blast off the bat of the Tulane sophomore. Like you said, just we talked about it during the break. It was who was going to make that bad pitch first. It just happened to be Logan Wood tonight.
So, not a 2-run shot, and of course with the runner starting on second base, counts for 2 runs, and that's all that Ocean State needed. Able to retire Newport in the bottom of the 10th inning and pick up a 4-2 victory to pick up their second win here in the Pell Bridge Series. So that'll do it for our Your View coverage here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Tim, let you get back, make the short drive back.
Thank you very much.
And that'll do it for our Your View coverage for myself, Zach Letson, and my broadcaster, Tim Joyce. I'll now hand it over to John Perrick to take us through this game and some scores around the NECBL. John?
Well, thank you very much, Zach. So, again, the Newport Gulls tonight, they're in the loss column. They lose 4-2 in 10 innings of baseball. And overall, you know, it was a strange feeling tonight. We've seen throughout the season a lot of offensive, just not necessarily blowouts, but just high-powered affairs. And tonight, that wasn't the case. It was really the first time we've seen the Gulls actually be involved in a low-scoring affair, a pitcher's duel, so to say. And tonight, unfortunately, they were unable to come out with the win. But just going through the game, Newport, early and often. That's what I said in the pregame show. I said that's what Newport needs to do to win, and they were early, just not as often as you wanted. Gulls scored 2 in the first, took the early lead, a little bit of a statement early on. It's what you like to see after Newport last night had a heartbreaking loss where they just completely melted down in the bottom of the 9th, ultimately losing to the Danbury Westerners on a walk-off grand slam. But tonight, it looked like possibly the story might turn here. Newport with an excellent performance on the Jack Aldrich, an excellent pitching performance out of him, and then the bullpen was flourishing. And then the ninth came, and Jimmy Kingsbury, just a few unfortunate bounces here and there, an error at third base by Pitaro, and Newport just struggled to kind of overcome from that bottom of the ninth inning. As in the 10th, we said it all night, it looked like one pitch, one hit might be the difference, and that it was, with the big 2-run go-ahead home run that put the Waves ahead 4-2. And that's why Newport is not victorious, and that's why we're not going to the 11th, because the Waves' clutch hitting ended up putting them in the win column. And all night long, I said it, the Waves, they were due for an extra base hit, and their only one was that home run by Birchfield. And Birchfield, really, you talk about light tower power. Well, he was going for that tree in left field. He took dead aim, and the Gulls, they're at the wrong side of another great baseball game. We've seen it now multiple times this year, this one being the first low-scoring affair. But if you go back to even last night, a heartbreaking loss in the bottom of the ninth to the Westerners, and it was the Westerners who defeated the Newport Gulls here at Cardines Field just 2 weeks ago, when the Westerners came back in what was a back-and-forth affair and ultimately beat the Gulls by a final of 9-7 with a huge ninth inning, where Newport blew the lead as they did tonight. And during the pregame show, I was talking to Coach Zackerson and then Coach Winterode, and I was just talking about what it means to be resilient, a word that I've brought multiple times up during our broadcasts. And then tonight, the resilience it was there, but it wasn't in full effect, and that's why the Gulls lost. Winterode told me, well, resilience means fighting back from poor situations, fighting back from errors, overcoming. That's what resilience is. And to quote the Newport Gulls hitting coach, Ted Regan, well, he worded resilience a little differently. Resilience for him, you know what? It's when you get knocked down and you get right back up immediately. It's not long-term resilience. It's not giving up 2 runs and then giving up another hit but ultimately coming back. No, it's right away. It's down but not done. And tonight, unfortunately for the Newport Gulls, that resilience just wasn't there enough. They definitely had it on display, just overcoming multiple poor situations, battling back and escaping jams with their pitching staff, but for their offense, just a lot of unfortunate moments, some bad bounces, but really they were unable to get a rally going. And throughout the season, if there's a team that can put together a late inning rally, it's Newport. And I throughout the game, I just thought, you know what? Here come the Gulls. This is their time. The Gulls are about to fight back, and they're going to get another rally going. We've seen it all year long. We saw it against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks last Saturday night when they beat the Sharks at the Vineyard. A huge victory, a game where Newport at points looked like they might lose it, and they didn't really have it, but then they kept coming back. But tonight, you look at the top of the lineup, you just didn't get what you wanted out of Newport. Oyama, really, at the leadoff spot, not doing his job. A hitless night for Oyama. He did have 2 walks. Those walks were crucial, except the rest of the lineup just couldn't answer after that. Cochran, despite that double in the first, a double where when he hit that ball, it was like deja vu all over again. Here we go. Newport's going to just have another one of those nights. The big, loud, extra base hit nights where they put up 10 runs and they run away with it. Obviously, that wasn't the case, but Cochran, after that double, he ended up striking out 3 times. And really, not what you wanted out of Justin Guerrera either. After a huge game last night, he was unable to keep that momentum going and unable, in the end, to help Newport get their 10th win of the season. And now with that, we're going to send it down to Zach Letson, who's on the field to wrap it up.
So the Waves win Game 3 of the Pell Bridge Series over the Gulls by a score of 4-2. That will do it for our coverage here tonight from Cardines Field. For my broadcast partner, Tim Joyce, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, John Perrick. Newport Gulls will be back in action tomorrow against the Mystic Schooners, and our next home broadcast comes Monday against the Danbury Westerners. I'm Zach Letson saying so long, and we'll see you on Monday.